Holy shit. I look like a bum, bro. Oh shit. All right. Um, I say I look like a bum, obviously, because like, look at me. I look very much unkept right now. Facial hair is all over the place, looking kind of rough. Head's all napped up and shit like that. What's going on 70 Smith? This is actually my currently my favorite hoodie, but my problem with it is that it's cotton, which means that it's far more susceptible to tears than other material. Thus, this is going on. It's also kind of starting on this elbow too. Um, but I wear this shit so fucking often. I've been wearing this shit like almost every single day since I got it back in like what year was that? 22. Two? 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 Three. Since 23. 23. It's only been 2 years? That's it? Hold on. It's only been 2 years. Holy shit. I've been wearing this thing for almost 2 years. Well, I've been wearing it for the most part for about 2 years, is what I should say. But yep, it's getting to that point. I gotta get another one. I gotta get in touch with Gary. I'm like, hey Gary. He's like, what? I'm gonna like, hey, you got another one of these? And he's like, what? I'm like, do you have another one of these hoodies? And he's like, oh, you mean the the shit. Do we have any of those? Yeah, yeah, sure. Next time I see you. Matter of fact, I'll just send it out to you. And we're like, yeah, sure, send it out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be cool, splendiferous, fantastic even. Because then I will have two. I'll have the one that I wear for the meme, which would be this one, and then I'll have the other one, which would be the clean one. So that'd be that. Like okay, so I legit was not kidding. This title down here, I wasn't kidding. I don't know what the fuck to play. I mean, what I want to do, right? What I was planning on doing was starting, what's that shit called? Kingdom Hearts today. I was gonna start Kingdom Hearts today, and we're gonna go from there. But I don't know how I feel about it. Hold on. We have how many more days until the turn of the year? Is that 5 more days? Well, a week basically. Um, so we got today's stream. Tomorrow I'm more than likely not streaming. Depending. I don't know. I don't know if the crew wants to do something, I'll probably start up a stream and then we'd all just be like, goofing it up there. But Monday I plan on streaming. New Year's Eve I will probably stream. Probably not stream depending because wife. They are far washing dishes, man. You always forget. Um Wives, they are very needy. Very attention whore like. And if you're not giving your wife attention, somebody else will. And if you're still with her while somebody else is giving her, she's giving her attention to someone else, and you're okay with it, that then makes you a cuck. And I'm not a cuck. I refuse to be a cuck. But either way, plan on streaming on Monday. Probably gonna stream on Wednesday. We shall see. But what I want to do, January 2nd, is start Kingdom Hearts. The whole like, I'm doing a Kingdom run as I'm calling it, which is just basically Kingdom Hearts 1, then Chain of Memories. I think it was 2 after that. What is the chronology of the release order for Kingdom Hearts games? Hold on. The same guys that made Portal Knights made Enshrouded. That's crazy. That's fuck. I haven't played Portal Knights in over a decade. How long was it? 2015, 20. Actually, it's probably no. It's been over that. It's been closer to like a decade and a half. Jesus Christ. When did Portal Knights release? See, I got distracted by Robust, and that's fine. going on, Robust and Personal 11? What's popping? What up? What up? React to something? I don't know what to react to. I'll look up some stuff. Let me see. Portal Connectus 2017. Has it been really? Oh, Portal Knights. Okay, I'm thinking of Spiral Knights. Holy shit, I'm tripping. Portal Knights. Yeah, I haven't played that in a little bit. Yeah. Okay, I got you. 2017. Yeah. I was thinking of Spiral Knights. When did Spiral Knights release? That was back in 2011. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. Like back in like 2012 is when I played that game. Played it for like a good little while, and then I stopped playing. I think I just got lost. I'm not good at MMOs. I'm not really good at them. 358 over 2 days. That's what. Thank you for reminding me. No, don't fucking. Oh my god, I hate you. No, go fuck yourself. AI mode. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to Grok because I don't like Google AI, even though they're probably the same. They probably search the same. What is the if I can spell chronological? Okay. Chronological order of the Bible. That was the first thing that popped up of Kingdom Hearts releases as of 2025. As been here for 30 minutes. Robust is wild. 358 over 2 days. I played that. I played the shit out of that. It's funny. I beat the side games through and through in comparison to the to 1, 2, and 3. Like 3, I never played. 2, I played a part of, and 1, I played a good chunk of. But yeah, that's been interesting to go through. So I'm basically gonna be playing through all of the games in their, I guess, release order, because if I play in like timeline order, according to other searches, if I play in timeline order, I'm setting myself up for failure because of mechanics. They have differing mechanics. Like you have better mechanics in some of the earlier games, as far as timeline goes, and then a little more difficulty when you get to 2 because they take some stuff away and there are less features and shit like that. So playing it, release order is probably the best way to go. At least that's what I'm told. Only thing I care about in MMO is healing, and most MMOs don't have that role anymore. Yeah, because most MMOs are shit. Shit. They are shit. Let's see. Here's the chronological order by initial Japanese release date. Thank you. Of all major Kingdom Hearts games that releases as of December 26, 2025. Because I did ask releases as of 2025. This includes mainline titles, direct sequel spin-offs, significant remakes, remasters, final mix editions with new content, and HD collections, excluding minor parts, DLC, like Remind. Thank you for excluding Remind. I think I have Remind, actually. I'm pretty sure I have Remind. Let me see. Yeah, I do. Okay. I think I got everything, I believe. Everything that's available on Steam, I should say. Cloud versions or canceled projects, e.g. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link axed in May 2025. No new titles launched in 2025. Kingdom Hearts 4 remains unreleased, expected 2026 plus, which is whenever. I also like games like RuneScape. I played the shit out of RuneScape though. That's like the only MMO I can think of where I played almost religiously. Like when I was in high school, me and my homeboys, we used to play that shit like every fucking day. Bro, you're on the free version. Well, when you get the paid version, you get to get rid of the level cap. The level cap jumps up by like 50. You're gonna get to level 120. You get all these other materials you can make your armor sets and shit with. And it's like, bro, I am a high schooler. What fucking money do I have right now? My day consists of waking up, getting my baby brothers, or youngest brothers, I should say, ready for school because they have to catch the school bus, and they get on the bus, and I got to go to, the bus stop to get on the bus to go to high school. Then I go through that shit, come home, and then wait for them to get home so that I can. I didn't have much of a life growing up. Actually, I did. I did. At least I would say my teenage years not as adventurous as the teenage years of the generation prior or the generation prior, but my teenage years in comparison to current, oh my god, bro, we are lit. We lived the fucking life. It was great. It was great. That was back in the day when it was $5 a month. Oh yeah, $5 a month. Because $5 a month back then was 20 bucks. Oh, it's 20 bucks a month now. Never had a life ever. I'm sorry, dog. I did. I kissed girls. That was fun. Um, what else did I do? Yeah, I kissed girls. I almost. Well, I didn't. I had to. I had the unfortunate anxiety attack of losing my little brother. That was great. He pulled the same move I did. He walked all the way to his grandmother's house. It was great. So he walked to his grandmother's house when I was like fucking 2, 3 years old. I walked all the way to a different city. That's a story my mother likes telling me. Is that I walked from our home, the town that we lived in, Haledon, New Jersey. I walked from Haledon, New Jersey, all the way to downtown Patterson, New Jersey. And the only reason they found me is because the cops around the place know my grandfather. Like, this so and so's grandson. Yeah, it is. And they picked me up, brought me to my grandfather, and he then bring me to my mother. It was great. It's funny as hell. That's why I'm so fucking. That's probably why I'm retarded. Somebody gave me fucking, I don't know, Tylenol or some shit like that. At any rate, too damn lazy for girl kissing. Alcohol tastes icky. Alcohol does kind of taste icky, being real. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind, flavored alcohol. Know what I mean? Like in a sense of like maybe a glass or two. I'm more of a whiskey guy when it comes to alcohol, but I don't mind the flavor stuff, and I don't drink whiskey. If I my All right, from the beginning, my preferred alcohol is whiskey. I don't drink it often, but if it's available, and we're at like a shindig or whatever, I'm having a glass. Rarely are we at shindigs, so there you go. But if they don't have whiskey, my next option is a flavored beverage. I'd go for like an Angry Orchard or something like that. Um, but yeah, I'm not much of a drink person. I don't like having. Oh God, I'm about to pull a page out of D.A. Cobra's book here. I don't like having my mentality altered in any way. I like to be as cognizant as possible, if you will. Not fully cognizant, because that's never gonna happen. I'm that retarded. But cognizant as possible. You know what I mean? Like I can think of what I'm about to do and go, you know what? Nah. Or I can think about what I'm gonna say and be like, mm. I like that. I've gotten to the point where I've never gotten to the point where I'm like, off my ass, drunk as fuck. But I have been tipsy enough to where I started saying stupid shit. Not a good move. Never get tipsy. I don't want to be tipsy anymore. If I'm drinking, it's sips at a time, and it's specifically because like why not? Because don't tell the wife I said this, even though she's probably listening. I don't know. I wanted to stop drinking. I wanted to like not touch alcohol for the rest of my life. I would prefer to not touch alcohol for the rest of my life. But my wife would prefer that if she drink that I drink with her. So there's that. So if ever I'm having a drink, it's because she's also had at least one drink. That's it. I don't drink on my own. I don't like to. What's going on, Lionheart and Frenchie? Merry Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas to y'all. I know the days like the day is yesterday, but still, Merry Christmas. Speaking of Merry Christmas, somebody, my cousin's friend got me this for Christmas because you know it's me. Looks just like me, doesn't he? How uncanny it is. Incredible. So there's that. And then got me some chocolates with maraschino cherries, I think these are. Cordial cherries. Better than maraschino. I don't like maraschino cherries. Personally. And my uncle got me a got me a snack kit set thing. So that's gonna be fun to munch on. 2 summer sausages. These things have a crazy ass shelf life, by the way. Fucking summer sausages will last you a good long while. Get you if you're ever gonna have like protein for like the end times. Get you some summer sausages. Get you a dehydrator if you can, and and a beef jerky basically is what you want to make because that shit has some good keep behind it. Ate too much food. Wife got me the first 3 tomes of Demons in the Shadow Realm. Oh man, hold up. Hey, where'd it go? What the fuck? I know I got him. Where they at? See, I move shit, and then I don't know where I put shit. So now shit's just kind of like somewhere. What the fuck? Am I blind? Eden Zero, Goblin Slayer. Dorohedoro. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? I know where I put it. Hold on. There we go. I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you. But I know I have. Oh my god. Where the fuck did. I would have it right here next to Hiromu Arakawa's books because that's what that is. Did I pull them and not put them back? God damn it. I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it here. What the hell is this? What are you doing? The fuck is that? Alright, there we go. I have them. That's not it. What in the goddamn Sam Hill is going on, man? How did I lose not just one of the books, but like all of the books I had for the one series? That's weird. That's fucking weird. All this to say, yes, I do have Demons of the Shadow Realm. And if I were to reimburse myself with a couple more books of the same volumes, then the books that I have lost will then pop up. That's how that goes. I want to say I have the first 3 books as well, but I can't tell you because I can't see them. So there's that going on. Oh, also, my mother-in-law got me some hand warmers, so that's a whole bag full of them, so that's nice. It gets pretty cold out here in Montana. And she wants me to have warm hands for obvious purposes. Because she's not going out to shovel. It's going to be me. And my hands need to not be fucking frozen. So there's that. Where the fuck are my books? Ow. I hit my ring. Where the fuck are my books, though? Like, bro, I'm fucking losing it here. I'm losing it. Like my books. Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Shaman King, Elemental Glade, SCP Foundation, Ibitsu, Soul Eater, Flame of Rekka. See, I have no idea where they are. I'm very sad about this, man. I am genuinely sad that I don't know where my fucking books are. Let me stand up for a second. Maybe if I pace around a little bit, they'll just pop up. No, they're not there. Not there. That's the Nerdrotic book. Waiting for Nerdrotic. That's what that is. Are they under this clipboard? Nope, I fooled myself yet again. This is absolutely incredible. Fucking amazing. Good job, Sheik. Good job. Fucking moron. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I'm still wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm still wrong. Never mind. I have them. They are somewhere. Brown lost his shit. I don't know where they are. What in the fuck is going on here? I do not know where my books are. This is the one thing I don't like about not having enough shelf space for all of my books, so that I can put my manga on more shelves and then have plenty of space for later. It is quite annoying. Let's see. Merry belated Christmas to you as well, Carl. You poor man. I know, man. I don't know where they went. I'm mad. Ish. He's going crazy. Bro, I've been crazy. What do you mean? Manga of the day. Well, it's certainly not Demons of the Shadow Realm. Let's just say that for right now. Demon of the day. Manga of the day. Let's go with the classic. Know what I mean? Manga of the day. Bam. Lupin the Third. This is more of like an anthology series, the way that they have these books set up. But Monkey Punch is the team behind this series. It's funny as shit. It's Lupin, just as you remember him. You know, he's got the whimsy, the wittiness, and all of the other cool things about him. You've got, you know, Jigen and Goemon and Fujiko. They're doing their thing. Zenigata's in here as well, obviously. You have some other villains and enemies that pop up that actually pose an actual challenge, and it's fun. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Get you a copy of that. And this is the hardcover too, so that's the manga of the day. Lupin the Third. And it's got the simple art style as well, so that's pretty nice. The simple art styles of what manga used to be, you know, a little while back. I mean, it can still be. It's just nowadays when people, you know, when they draw manga and stuff like that, they have teams that can put together shit like, I'm just gonna grab a volume of Dandadan because I know for a fact almost every single panel in Dandadan is like a high enough quality. So you gotta, let's say, give me some action here, man. Give me some action here, man. Right here we go. So they got quality like this, like high detailed ass shit. This is stuff that I can't do on my own. Weekly. So they're putting stuff like this out weekly, bi-weekly, mostly weekly. But that's the quality of this shit. Dan to Dan, whatnot. I ain't got that kind of money, and I ain't got those kind of resources. Know what I mean? I ain't got that time, that kind of time either. So there's that. Either way, it's a simpler art style in Lupin the Third. It's still very comprehensible, by the way. And I say that because there are a couple of chapters in, and I hope they don't translate this shit to the actual physical books, but I am caught up with Kagurabachi as far as the releases go. I have the latest volume, the latest physical volume. It's volume 5 is the latest one out here in the States. They're probably on like 6 or 7, I don't know, in Japan. But as far as chapters go, I think it's up to like almost 200, or probably at 200 something. I can check, but my phone's downstairs. Let me actually do this. How many chapters of Kagurabachi are there? Over 100. Thank you. Most recent chapter is, oh my god, most recent chapter of Kagurabachi. Thanks. Chapter 106 is the latest one, it looks like. So there's that. I can actually read it on my computer right now. I'm not going to. I don't have a reason to. I'm already caught up. But yeah, chapter 106 is the latest one out. And 106, they're getting close to the end of the fucking story, I would imagine. Where volume 5 is, it is right around. Okay, so this is around the time when they start looking for the other spoilers. This is around the time when they start looking for the other sword wielders to add extra security to them because some serious shit's about to go down. But yeah, basically this is like fucking the second arc of this of the story, and they got like maybe like 4, 5, 6 arcs going on currently. Either way, I'm caught up as fuck on it. Back to the original point I was making, there are a couple chapters in the later part of the series. I want to say it's in the 90s area chapters, as far as chapters go, is the 90s ish. You know what I mean? They have a couple chapters where they just basically uploaded storyboards to the website, to the site, to the app, and that's what they had to read. And man, it pissed me off so fucking bad. It pissed me off so fucking much. It's one thing, right, for the consistency to kind of slip. Know what I mean? Like, for example, with Chainsaw Man. With Chainsaw Man, the art is simple enough that you can kind of get away with it sometimes. Know what I mean? Right? So the art style is relatively simple. Let me actually get to an action scene here, because in the action scenes will probably show off a little more what I'm talking about here. Bro, that is a relatable ass panel. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a relatable. God damn it, clear up. That's a relatable panel right there. This one here, very relatable. But let me see. Give me some action, or don't. Your choice. What the hell? Something, please. Por favor. You know what? First chapter's got something. Like this shit right here. right? Heavy action, heavy details, all that stuff going on. Fujimoto's art slips every now and then, and that's okay because Fujimoto, I would give Fujimoto a break primarily because bro has like 8, 9 different published. Actually, he has well over that many stories published. How many stories does Tatsuki Fujimoto have published? He has. Thanks, numerous. I appreciate you so much. I don't care about how many volumes it. He has Chainsaw Man creator Tatsuki Fujimoto's 8 short stories get anthology anime series. What the fuck? Shut up. I believe that's referring to these. Tatsuki Fujimoto before Chainsaw Man. So that's the whole like anthology he's got going on there. That's all of the stories, short stories wrapped into two books. And you got those, and he's also got Goodbye Eri that he's done. And he's also got Fire Punch, which is another one I'm going to start collecting on top of Chainsaw Man. But I think he's pretty much wrapped with every other story that he had. And the only one he has running currently is Chainsaw Man. But then he's also got like 4 other like side stories going on with that. So he's got like the buddy stories that I got over there. He's got buddy stories that's going on, and then he's got like some other stuff going on there. Gotta go, Frenchie. All right, man. Appreciate you hanging out for as long as you did. Appreciate it, man. This is to be the whole stream. I'm trying not to make it the whole stream. I wanted to explain what I was talking about with Kingdom Hearts, but I completely lost my train of thought. I blame the Tylenol. But I made the point. Like the quality, the art quality can slip. It's okay. I'm not gonna hold it against you if it doesn't look as on par as possible. Even the greatest ones out there slipped up in their art style, right? Like Akira Toriyama wasn't always consistent with his art style either. Same thing goes with Type Kubo. Same thing goes with Eiichiro Oda. Same thing goes with Kazuki Takahashi, the creator for Yu-Gi-Oh. Same thing goes for Musashi Kishimoto. Like it's okay if the art is not the exact same all the time, every time. It can get better, right? You can do better, and I would be happy. You can do slightly not as good as your current, style, and I'd still accept it. But when it goes to storyboard level, there's a massive problem. And if that trend continued, I would have dropped Kagurabachi right then and there. I refuse to keep up with the story if the art won't translate the same. You know what I mean? That's just me. That said, chat ruined your day by pointing this out to you. What was that? Learn to make what? Pemmican? That was pemmican. You play Yakuza games? I have played Kiwami. I think Kiwami's the only one I played. I know there was a sequel. I only played the first one. I think I have Yakuza 0. I think that was gifted to me, if I remember correctly. Was it gifted to me? World War Z, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, okay. No. I have Yakuza 0 on No, not 0. I only have Kiwami. My bad. I have Yakuza Kiwami on with the PlayStation subscription, which I dropped, which means I currently don't have access to it. So there's that. So assume you like it. Yeah, I do. I read. Excuse me. I read probably like a few chapters of the first book. I never actually got to finish the book itself. It's somewhere around here, but I'm pretty sure I have the first 3 volumes, if I remember correctly. Imagine trying to read all that manga series. Which one? By the way, I have posed a challenge to myself and it is a very stupid challenge, but I'm gonna commit to it because I would like to increase my for a lack of better terms, my creativity, if you will. I want to be able to speak fluently without sounding like I'm retarded all the time. I want to be able to know what I'm. I want to be able to know the words that I'm saying as I say them, which isn't that much of a problem. But every now and then, I kind of trip myself up and be like, "Well, what's the word? What's the word?" Like I'm not a fucking American. Um, taking time writing a whole book. Kingdom Hearts. We're talking about the game series, Lupin the Third series. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. All the mon. Oh man, yeah. How many books do they have? As a matter of fact, how many Lupin? Oops, Lubin. Lubin the third leg. Lupin the third manga are there? There are currently there isn't a single simple number for the Lupin the Third manga because it's a long-running franchise with multiple series, spin-offs, and collections. But the original Lupin the Third by Monkey Punch ran for 94 chapters, collected into about 14 volumes. That's easy. That's no big deal. Like fucking, I read Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball 16 volumes, if I'm correct. Um, how many Dragon Ball volumes are there? Holy shit, what the fuck is a bovile? 16. Okay. So Dragon Ball has 16, Z has 26, and then you have Super, which is currently at I think 22, 23. 24 actually. Oh yeah, that's right. 24 has that like super iconic ass fucking cover. The one with the five of them. Fucking I was about to say Luffy. Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Broly, and Piccolo all in their like their most powerful forms. I think that's all Toyotaro wants to do. He just wants to draw cool ass covers. That's what I think. I think Toyotaro just wants to draw cool ass covers. And I don't blame bro for it. The covers are fucking fire. But yeah, there's that. Da, 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 da. So yeah, saying followed by several sequels like New Lupin the Third, World's Most Wanted, New, Lupin the Third S, Lupin the Third Y, etc., with various other artists contributing under Monkey Punch's supervision, making for many volumes across different timelines and stories. In short, you'll find dozens of manga volumes when combining the main series sequels and spin-offs rather than just one set number. Fair enough. That's a lot of Lupin the Third to collect if you're gonna like read all of it. I got it. I'm gonna have to tag in Hypno for that. I'm like, hey, Hypno, let's go ahead and start up like a fucking manga channel. I know you already got Manga City. I know you already got Hypnotic Manga started. Know what I mean? But let's just go ahead and start another channel anyway. It's gonna be great. Starting to think it'll be a long time before you ever get to reading my books. It's same. Because I always fucking forget. I always forget. But I rarely have Discord open, so I never really think about it. I never look at the icon and then go, oh yeah, let me go ahead and check that out. Because I don't have it on my taskbar. Which, I should add it to the taskbar. Wouldn't hurt to have it here. The movies and shows too. Yeah. Well, I'm fine with not seeing all of the movies and all of the anime as well. And that's due mostly in part to I don't like sitting down and watching stuff like I used to. Not too much into anime in that sense. You know what I mean? Like technically speaking, anime. I'm more of like a just give me the manga. Just give me the manga. I will read. For example, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man had a controversial scene that happened in it before it got to its current sitting, right? Probably like 100 or so chapters ago at this point. Basically what happened was, spoilers, minor spoilers. Denji got a hand job from one of the characters, and people lost their mind, said sexual assault, blah blah blah, it's gross, disgusting, so on and so forth. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna read Chainsaw Man from the beginning. At that point in time, I hadn't read Chainsaw Man. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and read it from the beginning, and I'm gonna catch up and see what the fuck is going on with this. So I read it, caught up, and I was like, all right, it's not that big a deal. Now I am currently caught up with Chainsaw Man. Excuse me, which means I am leagues ahead of everybody who's just now getting to Riza. The Riza arc happens. I want to say, I think I have it volume here, as a matter of fact. Chainsaw Man. No, this is the fucking Blade Devil. Yeah, Riza happens. Yeah, around the same time, as a matter of fact. I'm looking at it. That's funny. I got the most recent, which means volume 6, right? Volume 6 is where everybody is as far as the anime goes. As far as animation goes, everybody's caught up to volume 6. Bro, I'm on like fucking volume like 19 as far as the story goes. Why would I sit there and wait for the anime? Why? Why would I do that? Like, the same thing. I got sick one weekend. And this is back when I lived in Atlanta. I got sick one weekend, like super, super bedridden sick. So what I ended up doing was I just put lo-fi, I just put like a 24/7 lo-fi channel on the TV and just let that shit play while I just sat in bed and died slowly. But I read My Hero Academia at the same time. So I basically caught up from, like, I read from the beginning and caught up all the way to, I want to say it was around the Tartarus, the siege of the Tartarus, lockdown, the Tartarus prison, basically. That was around, it was around that point where the manga was. I read all of that in a weekend. So at that point, I was just like, you know, why am I sitting here wasting my fucking time trying to wait for the fucking anime when I can just read the story and be happy with that, be content with that. I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about the voice actors bitching and complaining their shit ass fucking voices. I don't have to worry about like animation inconsistencies. I don't have to worry about waiting for the next season of like 4 episodes. Remember back in the day when seasons used to be like fucking 20 something episodes? 25, 26 episodes. Good times. Goodbye halcyon days. But I from that point I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna read manga. Manga's so much better. Manga is, it's physical. It's physical. It's physical. It's touchable. It's very flippable. The art is phenomenal. I don't necessarily need the colors to be able to interpret what's going on in the series. And it's just great. You know what I mean? This one book, this one volume is probably about like 4 or 5 episodes, maybe 6, who knows. They anime just wastes your fucking time, being real. Or you sit down for like 20 something minutes, like somewhere between 22 and 28 minutes, watching something that plays out in slow-mo, essentially. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm gonna read instead. That's me. Light novels I'm okay with. I have a couple light novels. Actually have a little section over here with my light novels. I have Chainsaw Man buddy stories. I have Kaiju number 8. I'm forgetting what it's called. It's basically another team up series, 3rd division. SCP Foundation. I have a couple of other ones. Oh shit! Staring me right in the fucking face. I hate you. There it is. I found them. There they were. Look at that. Yeah, I have the first 3 books. I got them. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Who was this that sent me on that fucking search? Was it? No, it was Frenchie. Damn it, Frenchie's gone too. That's funny. Fight scenes are great. Yeah, the fight scenes they can be. The fight I will say, I watched a clip of the fight, the the Denji and Riza fight. Oh shit! Damn, the chair almost betrayed me. But I watched a clip of the fight with between Denji and Riza. It was when they were on that pier, and Denji wraps his chains around her and drags her into the fucking the sea basically. I saw that scene. I was just like, mm-hmm. And then unfortunately, or too much to the detriment of Chainsaw Man, I saw a clip from Thousand Year Blood War from Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. And wait, was it Thousand Year? No, it wasn't Thousand Year Blood War. Actually, it was. I want to say it was still during the Fullbring arc, but either way, I saw that and I was just like, oh my god, there's something that's just so stylishly cool about Bleach as far as the action scenes go. Chainsaw Man just came up. It seemed more like a volumetric fight. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like there was just like it was just animation, like a programmed animation happens within a controlled space, and then they just kind of animated that, like they drew over that. That's what it felt like. Just felt kind of like a little stilted. The camera did a lot of heavy lifting with the scene. What's going on, Jacoby? Sup, boo? How could you, Chair? I know. How could you? You almost betrayed me. You son of a bitch. How dare you try to betray Haas Delgado? Most of the Chainsaw Man and Riza fight happened before they got to the pier. Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying is that I saw that clip. I know what happens is like, it's the fight with like they had the fight when they're on the highway and basically Denji's getting like thrown through buildings and shit like that. Then there's the part where he gets away and then like Riza ends up dealing with like some real low tier motherfuckers. And then another motherfucker that's talking hot shit and she just cooks his ass. Yeah, I seen a lot of that. Well, not seen, I read a lot of that already. Have a good night. And Merry belated Christmas to you too, Draconic. D Draconic. Merry belated. So yeah, you got that going on. Back to Kingdom Hearts though. So it's looking like originally it's Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which is stupid because I'm not gonna play Kingdom Hearts if Kingdom Hearts Final Mix is already there. Excuse me. Which I already have? Question mark. I more than likely have because I have pretty much everything. It should be like the latest content that they have. So that means Kingdom. I'm gonna write this down as a matter of fact. I'm gonna put it on this fucking whiteboard here. Come here, whiteboard. Because a blackboard takes much more effort to clean. Whiteboard supremacy. Where's my marker? There it is. Let me use this one instead. Because I got a better marker over here, but like this one's kind of dry, but whatever. So it's going to be Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, right? Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And then Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts 2. Final Mix as well. God damn it. What's going on, chat? What's that? Evening. What's going on, Darkwing? What up? And Timebound Howler. How you doing? What's up with the title? You don't know what to do. We're out of games. Well, I have no problem with people sending me more games, but the amount I have, like, I think 200 now. I don't. No, I don't have 200. That's a lie. I have oh, it says 169 giggity, but I don't think it's 160. God damn it! Did I look over as a fucking hypno raid, motherfucker? Look, I drew porn. No, I'm joking. What's going on, hypno? What's going on, Big and Harvey? What's popping? What's popping? I'm currently mapping out what the hell I'm gonna do for the year of 2026 as far as gaming goes. It's looking like, and I've done some research, I guess you could say. I can get through the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts franchise in less than half a year. So that means I have to come up with another game plan. Otherwise, I'm just playing a bunch of games, which I have no problem with. You know what I mean? I have the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts series. I have the entirety of the Mega Man series. I have most Sonic games. I have almost every Resident Evil game. I have a lot of One Piece, a lot of Lego now. So I got in on, I think the deal's still going actually. If you guys want some Lego games, them things are super fucking cheap. Like most of them, you can get almost every single Lego game for about like $90. That's a lot of fucking Lego games, by the way. I have like a couple of hentai games, but I can't play those on stream. Maybe I could probably play them on Kick. I don't know, but I don't have a Kick account. Hogwarts Legacy I got as well. I have the Fear series. I have Dragon's Dogma, a couple of Digimon games, Darksiders, obviously. Code Vein 2, that's going to be releasing on my birthday, so that's nice. Well, not birthday. My birthday falls on a Friday. So I might see that one hurts because if I start Kingdom Hearts, it's gonna bother me that I haven't finished it while playing Code Vein 2. Know what I mean? I kind of want to set up a fucking a poll for that. Look up Haiti. Oh, is that the fucking robot chick with the fat ass? Crack. What about crack? Like the stream. Hey Sonya, what's up? What's up, girly? Weenie for Sweeney. Nothing much. Time bound howler. Grimlock. Me Grimlock. Say drawing stream, not a drawing stream. It's more of a writing stream, as you can so plainly see. There's a bunch of writing here. It was I have a bunch of other stuff too. Like the stream, y'all. What's going on, Seriade? Is that Seriade or Seriad? One through three. There are 3 games? I thought there was only the one. I thought it was like a tech demo or some shit like that. What's going on, Bugsy? Creepier. Cozy Goober. What up, Mr. Melancholy? Fellstep. Lucky. What's popping, y'all? What up? What up? What up? You're okay. Back to what I was doing. Cause I'm mapping out how I'm gonna play these Kingdom Hearts games. Cause I'm not gonna play like every single iteration. That'd be fucking stupid. I'm not gonna play Kingdom Hearts and then Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which is just Kingdom Hearts with like fucking 20 extra minutes. Fuck that. What is this? Persona or some shit? So Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Was that extra? Get the fuck off my board. What was that extra shit? Includes Rechain of Memory. Whoo. Which means I have to play Rechain of Memories and not Chain of Memories. Do I have Rechain of Memories? Do they have Rechain of Memories in this thing? Because I know Squeenix be on a bullshit sometimes. Let me check here. Blah 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 blah. No. Take me to the store. Store page. What comes with the first Kingdom Hearts game? Inform. Shut the fuck up. Fucking preview video. There's a Square Enix winter sale, by the way, if anybody wants some Squeenix games. So it looks like that would be. I had the Integra Masterpiece. That's exactly what I bought. You know, you can get every single Kingdom Hearts game. Yeah, so they have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 remix, 2.8 final chapter prologue, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC. So basically, yeah, everything. You can get everything related to Kingdom Hearts right now for $50. That's a solid ass deal. I'm not gonna lie. That's a solid fucking deal. Go ahead and get in on that if you ever got it. Oh shit! Wait, hey, hold up. No, I got to do this properly. Let me open up the fucking screen here and go to the hentai page. It's not a hentai page. I just like making a joke, guys. It's not that deep. Trust me. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Merry Christmas. Enjoy your present. Shout out Hypno. I appreciate that. $2. $2. Hey, that's $2. That made me $2 richer. I like that. Well, $2 ish richer because fucking YouTube. Let's see. Do I not have a? I just realized I don't have a fucking thing set up for. I don't have a scene set up for Steam. Let's see. Does this work? No, that's just gonna be without my face on it. Let's run that one. Nope, not that one. Let's do this. I wonder if I could do this live. If it won't, like, fuck with me here. Steam page. Or Steam Hub, I guess. Oh shit! It's not that deep. That's what I said when she started crying. Anyway, let's see here. Do that. There we go. I think it's showing. I hope it's showing. Otay. Where'd my face go? Bam. Hello. Yeah. Bendy gifts. Hypno. Merry Gripness. Appreciate that. Sent Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Adventure Pack. Adventure Pack is a 2-in-1 bundle that grants you access to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon base game, and our first full-fledged expansion, Sanctuary of Saras. So that's pretty nice. It's funny. I mean, I've heard the name Tainted Grail enough times. I think I might have seen the trailer. I'll accept that, obviously. I'll accept pretty much any game that gets sent to me. But no, there's no pending gifts. How dare you lie to me? How dare you lie to me? That's enough of that. Shout out Hypno, man. I appreciate that. I genuinely do. Fun times. There's gonna be more fun times, is what I should say. To infinity and beyond. But I've only heard about Tainted Grail. I might have seen the trailer. I think, as a matter of fact, we might have seen it on SNH. But I'm not gonna turn down a free game. 1 and 2. Who knows? I might check it out and love it. Like someone sent me Absalom, and I played the shit. I played the ever-loving shit. How many hours did I put in that game so far? Because I just it just released back in I think September, right? Absalom, I think I still have it installed. If I don't, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot, apparently. I put almost 50 hours into this game. The last time I played was in November. I need to change that. It's a fun-ass game, man. It's a very fun game. But, yeah, you got that going on. That's pretty nice. But, yeah, let me get back to this. I'm glad I got something to drink up here. Too bad it's not water. But, it is what it is. For those wondering why there's just a lanky looking ass dude in the back, it's Mr. Terrific. My cousin's friend got me this for Christmas. Said it reminded him of me. He's got actions. Look at that. My man, he can get it. Not like that, you know what I mean? Relax. Bro, he's getting it. That's what it is. He's getting it. He's putting in that work. He hit the fuck out that move. It's crazy. At any rate, that's what she said. Do better. Madam. Come on. Come on now. Hey, yo. Me, Grimlock, say that what she said. That is exactly what she said. Yeah, if you want to add me on Steam, go ahead. There's a Steam code right there. Sonya put it in the chat. It's also in the description. So there's that. Getting back to Kingdom Hearts. Get this get this whole shit situated. This whole shebang situated so then I can tell you guys what my plans are for the year of 2026 as far as the streaming goes, right? So Kingdom Hearts 2, that's going to be final mix as well. Now, if I don't have to, if I play Chain of Memories and then Kingdom Hearts 2 is like a separate thing because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a long time. I haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game since Birth by Sleep on PSP. So there's that. Kingdom Hearts coded, but I have recoded. Mobile pre-installed on phones. Gross. I remember those times. Gross. All right, 358 over 2 days. 358 over 2 days. Good job, Shape. 358 over 2 days. Which is a pretty fun game. It gets fucking confusing after a while because it just start like this. The story just starts skipping all over the fucking place. 3D Dream Drop Distance. And then 1.5 remix. Don't care about that. Kingdom Hearts X. I think that's that. Yeah, that web browser game. You got 26 likes. Get those likes up. Don't make me grab the chocolate. Oh, shit. I ain't got to worry about liking my stream. Y'all got to like it. I ain't got to worry about that goddamn chocolate, bro. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. It ain't me. Me Grimlock say, do as my boss say, or me Grimlock get angry. Unchained. Later, Union X. That was the game I was thinking of. The iOS Android game. I watched somebody play that game for a decent amount of time, and it's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid. It's like it's sort of like Monster Hunter, but super simple. So that's a bad thing. 2.8 final chapter prologue. I guess that would be the one I play. I don't know. I guess. Let's go with that instead then. 2.8. 0.8. I don't know. Let's go with that. 2.8. That's what we're gonna play. Dark Road. I remember Dark Road. That was supposed to be the story that happens before all of it. You know, Birth by Sleep was... Oh, no, there it is. Birth by Sleep is after Recoded, which means it's before Dream Drop Distance. Fuck! Alright, so... Fucking timeline, man. Birth by Sleep. BBS. Big Booty Senoritas. Know what I mean? And then it goes to 3, then Dark Road, and then Melody of Memory. I don't think Melody of Memory is available on or in the whole infinitum ad hominem ad libitum Kingdom Hearts package. I don't think it's there. But then you get Kingdom Hearts 3. The biggest letdown in this franchise, apparently. And if Melody of Memory is there, then I'd play that too. But if not, it is what it is, know what I mean? Put this back up here. Give me a second. All right, so that's the plan. I got it. It's up there. I recommend you play the Melon Mix version of 358 over 2 days and recode it. Melon Mix? The hell is a... Zexel, what up? Zexel, what the hell is a Melon Mix? Just to try to explain the timeline to another person. Bro, okay, I shit you not. The reason I'm doing this is because I just got curious. It's that easy. I just got curious somewhere around like June, July. And I was like, I don't fucking understand this timeline, man. And my initial idea was to play the games in timeline chronology. Like in the order of timeline chronology. But when I, Googled it, not Googled, when I like I use Grok. When I searched it on Grok, Grok said, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot if you're gonna play them in like, timeline order chronologically, because then you're just gonna fuck yourself up with mechanics and shit like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And Grok said it's best to play it by release order, so that's what I'm gonna do instead. So there we go. Bam. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Chain of Memories, 2.8, because that's got everything that comes with 2, I guess. 358 over 2 days, Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3, and if Melody and Memory is available, then Melody and Memory. That's that. All I know is the 3 games that I definitely beat at least 2-3 times. Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, and 358 over 2 days. Those games are in the collection here. So there's that. So that's the plan for the year of 2026. Is to start off first stream of 2026. I'm gonna start with Kingdom Hearts, and that's my current conflict. Is that also Code Vein 2 releases on my birthday, which means I'm probably gonna stop the Kingdom Hearts run, as I'm calling it, the Kingdom Run. I'm just gonna put in a whole fucking playlist. That's God damn it, I'm cooking. All right, so I'm gonna put in a whole fucking playlist. It's gonna be called the Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Run, is what I'm gonna call it. So it's gonna be the Kingdom Run, so that everybody knows where all of it is if ever they want to see a motherfucker lose their mind trying to make sense of this goddamn timeline. Um, and then from there, somewhere in the like at the end of January, I'm gonna start playing Code Vein 2. We're gonna play through that. We're gonna get back into Kingdom Hearts. Once Kingdom Hearts is done, um, see, here's my other conundrum, right? Resident Evil 9. Well, to be fair, I haven't played 7. Well, no, I played 7. I haven't played 8. I haven't played all the extra shit for 7, but I played 7. Haven't played 8. I don't want to play 8 because I don't care much for the first person play style personally. But I think no, didn't they add like a fucking update where you can now play third person? I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, um, I want to play Requiem. I want to play Requiem. Leon is my favorite character in the Resident Evil franchise, and a very very close second is Hunk. Hunk is that dude. But yeah, that I think I can I can sideline Resident Evil. I'm gonna start the Kingdom Run. I'm going to um play Code Vein 2 when that releases. We're gonna get through that, and then once that's done, go away. Once that's done, then we'll get back into the Kingdom Run, and then once that's wrapped up, we will play other games. Don't know what other games. No, go away, Grace. Grace is in heat, and now she's just running all over the house, scratching doors and shit. She's weird. At any rate, that's the plan as far as gaming goes. Now, as far as the manga goes, like I was saying earlier in the stream, I am going to do something that is completely and totally unnecessary to anybody, including myself, except for me. I'm gonna read a volume a day of Bleach, the big four basically: Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. Which I can do. I can read, a volume a day in less than an hour. That's no big deal. The actual challenge then comes into play where I will be archiving. I will be not archiving, but I'll be writing down kind of like a summary of each chapter, just so that I can familiarize myself with reading faster and writing faster and comprehending things faster. Also, it helps with like, art, interpreting art on a page quicker, because I tend to study a lot when it comes to like art. Like, as someone who draws a lot, I will. Where's Bleach? Here we go. I will grab a book and I will look at, for example, let me go to a page with each. Where is Ichigo in this goddamn book? Here we go. I'll go with this page, right? I'll look at this page right here. I'll just stare and study the fucking details, like the fucking battle scars, the shading, the cross hatching and stuff like that, the line work, line weight and stuff. I will just look at all of the detail for an unnecessarily long amount of time, and that tends to hinder my ability to read quicker. So I'm gonna work on that. So that's the play. Now, how are you gonna read all of these? I hear you not ask at all, but I'm so glad you did. Somebody sent it. I appreciate that. Old Chimp Kringle sent a 99-cent banana. I will gladly accept that banana. But I hear you ask the question that you didn't ask, but I hear it in my head. How? Why? What? Why? Who does this? I mean, why? I don't know. Well, I got to a point, right? My Twitter, my Twitter, it's no longer full of politics and like unnecessary anti wokeism, anti Nazism, and all that shit like that. It's no longer focused on that. Now my Twitter feed consists of Sonic the Hedgehog, anime, guns, and other silly memes. And focusing on anime specifically, there is a lot of Bleach hate. Not from everybody in the anime, sphere. It's specifically from Boruto fans, not Naruto fans, Boruto fans. And my big brain idea was, you know what? I'm about to read Boruto just to see what the fuck the hype is about. But I'm not going to start with Boruto. I'm going all the way to the fucking beginning, right? So I'm going to read Naruto, Volume 1. I'm going to read Bleach, Volume 1. I'm going to read Dragon Ball, Volume 1 again, right? I just read through Dragon Ball this year, probably about like a few weeks back. I finished it. Yeah. I finished Dragon Ball a few weeks back. Actually, about a month and a half back, if I'm being honest. But I'll read through it again. And then I'll read One Piece because it can be done. There are a lot of fucking volumes, but not that many volumes. Case Closed has more volumes. Kochikame has more volumes. There are some other manga out there that have more volumes than One Piece. So there's that. Either way, I'm gonna read those, and at the same time, I'm obviously gonna I'm still gonna keep up with the current manga I'm reading, which would be Dandadan, Chainsaw Man, Kagurabachi, and Martial King. Martial King is pretty good as well. It's got really good art. It's done by the guy that did the art for Doctor Stone. So that's pretty cool. That said, not that familiar with Naruto. Understandable. Guns are allowed on Twitter. Guns are absolutely allowed on Twitter. Why am I reading the chat? Let me put my focus back into what I was saying here. I'll get back to the chat in a second. I have no problem, revisiting stuff. But yeah, there's like so many people hating on Bleach. They're like, oh, Ichigo's just wearing a big ass skirt and has just a big choppy sword, and it's like it's not that fucking simple. There's a reason why his sword is the way it is. Also, you're disrespecting the Japanese tradition of hakama, which is the garb that Soul Reapers wear, which samurai wear. He's wearing a dress, dumbass. It's a fucking samurai. Do you not know what a samurai is? And I know they do this shit for the memes and engagement bait, but it pisses me off nonetheless because Bleach is one of my favorite series of all time, right? Shaman King still sits at number 1. I would say I have a couple of honorable mentions somewhere between here, but Bleach is my number 2. Bleach is my number 2. Yeah, you ain't just gonna be shitting on Bleach and have me not respond. That's not how that works here. So I'm gonna read Bleach. I'm gonna read Naruto, and then Boruto to follow up. Obviously, I'm gonna read Dragon Ball, and then Z, and then Super. Obviously, and then I'm gonna read One Piece. So that's the goal. And then I'm also gonna like summarize each chapter so that I can remember what does happen. Right? Like it's not gonna be me jotting down every single scene. It's just gonna be like a quick, for example, chapter one of Bleach is gonna be like Ichigo defends a ghost girl. Ichigo runs into Rukia. Rukia gives him the ability to fight hollows. That's it. It's not gonna be like super detailed or anything like that. So that's what I want to do. I want to do something like that so that I can familiarize myself with, like, not just remembering what happens in manga that I read. Because, for example, when I say I read most of My Hero Academia in less than in a weekend, I did, but I shit you not, it's so fucking forgettable. A lot of My Hero Academia is so fucking forgettable that if it weren't for some of the characters I like, I would not give the series anything above a 4. It would be at maximum a 4 out of 10. Because it's kind of boring. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. My Hero Academia is kind of fucking boring. It doesn't actually get good until you start dealing with like the adult heroes. Endeavor's story is great. All Might's story is great. Stain's story is great. You want to find out more about Star and Stripe? Who else do we have here? I want to know about Gran Torino and his upbringing. Him, the previous One for All users. I don't give a shit about Shigaraki as a villain. Like, bro is so fucking boring. Like, he's like Ray, but stupider. You know what I mean? He's like, I wouldn't say stupid. He's like Ray, but evil. We'll say that. All for One was cartoonishly villainous, and then his reasoning for being cartoonishly villainous is also dumb. Redestro is a pointless villain. Gentle was you can remove everything Gentle has anything to do with, and nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes. Right? Spoilers. This whole floating prison thing that they had set up for where Deku and Shigaraki were gonna have the final fight. Shigaraki brings the bitch down, and as it's falling, Gentle puts up this big ass barrier to keep it from falling and like crashing into the fucking the Earth's surface, basically. And he ends up giving up the barrier. The shit drops, it still crashes into the Earth's surface. And it's like, so why is he here then? Why is he here again? Seemed like a lot of resources to put into something that didn't need to be, set up the way it was. Whatever. Better add your book to that list. True. Let me open up. Matter of fact, let me just open Discord. Where is it? It's not there. Discord. Open yourself. Do not bombard me with a bunch of fucking messages, Discord. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Hey, we updated. I don't give a fuck. Stop it. Leave me alone. Let's see. Damn, people message me. Streamer mode is enabled. Usernames have been truncated. Go fuck yourself. Who's this? Oh, okay. Okay, that's probably. Let's see. Where the fuck is my server? I'm in so many goddamn servers I can't even find my own. Here it is. No, that's gaming news. What the hell is this? Oh, Code Vein 2 details. Oh! There are details? How did I miss this? Robust, I blame you. Let's see. Books and stories. Cool. That is now here. So now I'm just going to have Discord open. And bam, it's right there. So, it's up there. I'll get to it. Your DMs must be overwhelmed. No, not quite. I mean, I'm not that important. Not quite yet. The chick standing on jets is pretty bossy. Oh yeah, Stars and Stripes. She was cool as fuck. I like her. Like, and here's the thing that pissed me off. I was talking about this with my cousin's friend. like what, on Christmas Eve? Yeah, on Christmas Eve we were talking about this shit. We were talking about anime in general, like talking about Naruto. We talked about Bleach. Talked about not one. Did we talk? No, we didn't talk about One Piece. We talked about Naruto, Bleach. He talked about this webtoon he's reading. We talked about My Hero Academia. But yeah, the shit that pissed me off, and he said it as well, is that her quirk, first order, is basically like anything she touches, she can apply a different kind of property to it, right? So she could say, for example, like swipe her hand through the air around her and say this air is now denser, or this air is now unbreathable, essentially, right? She can remove the air from the fucking locale or some shit like that. There's a part in the fight with Shigaraki that she's having where the fighter jet that she's on shoots laser beams. She touches the laser beams and say these are now basically weapons, right? She runs her hands through clouds and says these clouds become a giant version of me. And she just starts fucking hammering on bro. And I'm like, how the fuck are you living that, first off? Second, even though you got the quirk from her, she applied the final order to it, which was every single quirk, every other quirk, or no other quirks can exist within the body that this quirk is in, right? So Shigaraki now has this basically this Tasmanian devil of a quirk inside him, tearing up all of the other quirks inside of him, and he somehow is able to, oh well, he can regenerate whatever, so on and so forth, but he is somehow able to get to wherever, like whatever secret base he's in, and get the quirk out of him. And it's like, what are we doing, man? Why are we? See, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem I have, and it's the same thing Kishimoto did with Naruto, is that you wrote yourself into a fucking corner. You wrote yourself into a corner. Now, if you had this plan for like a while, like if you had this plan from like far ahead of time, that is a massive oversight. That is like Madara is so unnecessarily good at the game that the only way he can lose is if his homeboy was actually a sleeper agent for a fucking demigod. What the fuck is this, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this? And it's a demigod that wasn't even mentioned all that much, by the way, right? Let me go ahead and grok that. How many times was Kaguya mentioned in Naruto, if I could spell Naruto, Naruto, before she first appeared? If that makes sense. Because I'm kind of curious about this. Kaguya Otsutsuki, the character, not the clan, it's explicitly mentioned by name a limited number of times in Naruto manga before a physical appearance and revival in chapter 679, where Black Zetsu betrays Madara and resurrects her. Her first explicit mention occurs in 646, so basically like 30-ish chapters prior, when Madara explains the legend of the God Tree to Hashirama, describing Kaguya as the ancient figure who ate the chakra fruit. One Piece, okay. Subsequent mentions before chapter 679 include Hagoromo, Sage of Six Paths, referring to his mother indirectly in conversations with Naruto and Sasuke, Black Zetsu's manipulations and hints trying to back her will in 678 Revelation. So basically, this bitch is mentioned, like her first appearance is basically like, it's like if Silver Surfer showed up to Earth and said, Galactus will be here in 4 days. Make peace with your people. And he disappears and Galactus shows up immediately after. That's basically what that is. Like, there is no kind of build up to this bitch. She just shows up. You gotta backtrack to figure out how many times or when she was mentioned or anything like that. She didn't exist in she didn't exist pre-time skip. She didn't exist for most of the time skip, or most of Shippuden, I should say. She didn't exist pre-Shippuden. She didn't exist for most of Shippuden. So it's just like, here, goddess, demigod. There you go. That's the story. What? So, wait, so Madara gets bodied by his own boy? It'd be his own kind? It'd be his own kind. Like that? Like that. What the fuck? Bruh, I shit you not. I shit you not. At that point in time, you should just end the story. There's nothing else, bro. You basically put them up against the most omnipotent, omniscient character that could ever exist within this universe. And they said, fuck it. Now they're, beaten by a demigod who also is not even the strongest god. And it's like, oh, now we're dealing with gods and shit. Oh, it gets better. They're also fighting raptors. Also, they have, I guess they have like, they now have a power grid because that's a thing. I mean, I get it. They've had lights before, but now it's to a degree where like these motherfuckers are dealing with like 5G. How the fuck y'all got 5G and shit? Like, what? Why does it even fucking matter? What are we doing here? Then y'all used to communicate through frogs and jutsus. Why are y'all using phones and shit now? Why? What's that guns and phones theory? I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. My Hero Academia, Joel Jimenez. What's going on, by the way? My Hero Academia is fun. Is awesome. Finally ended December with a masterpiece. Well, at least you liked it, and that's what matters. Narc 2.0. Yeah, basically. Blame my ass. Check your damn Discord more. No! I blame you, damn it. How dare you? See, my hair is getting to the point where it's long enough to start tickling my forehead and like freaking me out. It's wild. And they're dinosaurs. Yeah, fucking velociraptors, bro. This nigga Sasuke fought a velociraptor, beat the brakes off velociraptor, and then he basically pulled the Jurassic Park. He's got a Pokemon now. It's kind of crazy. But let's see what else. Kilt, not a skirt. And that's the funny part about it, is that like the Hakama is basically like a Japanese kilt. It goes past the ankles. It sometimes has to get like, folded in on itself for it to not drag on the ground, not tripping up the samurai that like, that wear them and stuff like that. I want a Hakama. I think Hakamas are cool. Also, big choppy sword equals cool. Big choppy sword does equal cool. Let's be real. Let's be 100% honest here. The reason Ichigo's sword is so fucking big is because bro's spiritual pressure is so strong he doesn't know how to control it. That's all it is. That's why his sword takes multiple shapes, right? I mean, aside from also Yawak and Zangetsu, Black Ichigo, and all that stuff. Like, there's a lot of lore behind why his sword takes multiple forms. But, like, it's his Shikai form, then he has, like, a Bankai form and, like, a whole bunch of other stuff. He's basically better than everybody. And there's lore reasons why. His father's a super strong Soul Reaper, and his mother is a super strong Quincy. Bam. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, the chick standing on the jets with. Yeah, I read that. Add your book to the list. Boruto, the son of Naruto. Yeah, that one. So you're a Sonic fan, big time. Oh yeah, right. Like top 3 video game franchises are in order: Legend of Zelda, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man. Like those are my top 3 favorites, bar none. Right? If I was stranded on an island and I had to pick 5 franchises, those 3 I wouldn't even have to mention. They'll just be there waiting for me. Like all of those games, all of the lore behind them, they're all right there on the island waiting for me in the bungalow or whatever you want to call it. Not too long ago, I was doing the same with Vagabond. Yeah, Vagabond. I'm kind of like I don't hate the artist or the author for Vagabond, but I'm just kind of sad because he's at least not George R.R. Martin, where he hits a wall and he's just like, you know what, guys, I'm sorry that I did this. I'm sorry that I have to do this to you guys, but I I ain't got the juice right now, man. I'll get back to it when I get back to it. If I can't, like if I ever do, who knows? And it's like, you know what? That's fine. Hiatus. That's cool. Fucking George R. R. Martin is over here is like, I can't write because Democrats and Republicans keep arguing. Nigga, who the fuck is in your house? Who is in your house that you can't write? What? Okay. Meanwhile, he's doing shit for like fucking Elden Ring and other fucking franchises that aren't his fucking own, that should have been done by now. I say that like I got some shit that's been released recently. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. I might just have to go with a simpler art style because I have this other problem where I get a little too detailed with my art, and I would spend far too long on a singular panel. And I'll try to make things as perfect as possible. And when you aim for perfection, you'll never get finished. That's the mentality I gotta keep. I shouldn't aim for perfection. I should aim for, like, practice. And when you practice, you get better at it. You get proficient. And then you can start taking, like, you can start doing some extra stuff, getting a little more advanced and tricky with your shit. You know what I mean? Why am I scrolling through this? What the fuck? What's going on, Real Grey Ghost, by the way? Is that Mike? Is that Epic Mike? I can't tell. Because YouTube decided to give everybody handles as opposed to their actual like YouTube names. Also, what's going on, Radio Chimp? Missed so much of Kingdom Hearts. Dropped off after one PS3 release, but my brother has them all. PS3, what was that? Was that 2.5? Let me just scroll up. It's right here. Is it one? Yeah, it's 1.5 and 2.5 were on PS3. Excuse me. The Melon Mix is a mod that plays the DS games really good. Okay. Yeah, Melody and Memories is a Switch game. It's also apparently on Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So there's that. It ain't on Steam though. I'm good. Okay, you keep it. You got it. Days take place after 1, with Chain of Memories before 2. Yeah. I know. This Chain of Memories happens before Roxas. Fucking timeline, right? So you have Ventus, and then you have Sora, and then you have Roxas, right? Ventus is a completely he's an unrelated character to Sora, despite them looking very similar, right? But Ventus happens before like Sora even like before he even like before Shadows even attack Destiny Island, right? That much I know. I know like the super surface stuff. But you have Ventus' story that goes off the way it does. Young Xehanort happens because the 3 Keyblade wielders at the time, not Sora, but Ventus, Terra, and Aqua, were stupid as fuck. No, if I remember correctly, Xehanort had kidnapped their master. Was it that they kidnapped his master, or that he kidnapped one of them? I think it was that he kidnapped Terra. I can't remember. No, I think it was the master. He kidnapped the master. No. See, I gotta play the game again. Either way, all 3 of them got their asses handed to them. And then, like, after that, Sora's story starts, and Sora goes through all of his shit, and you get the Chain of Memories. And as Chain of Memories is happening, there's also 358 over 2 days that's happening, like slightly around the same time that Chain of Memories is wrapping up. And then after 358 over 2 days, then you get into 2. And then, like, oh my God, bro, it's so much shit. It's so much shit. There's more. The timeline of Kingdom Hearts is more confusing than Metal Gear, right? Metal Gear it's been simplified, right? As far as iterations go, you have Metal Gear 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? As far as the timeline goes, it's 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. That's how that goes. That's Metal Gear. 35124. You can't do the same thing with Kingdom Hearts because shit overlaps, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. Thanos' sword is just as terrifying. True, it is. He's stalling. I don't know what I'm stalling for. Oh, you're talking about the reading of books? Nah, I'm not stalling. Matter of fact, Goblin City, thick and dangerous, the quivering quill. He's just the fucking not the synopsis, but the description says by harem lover. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Let's see, how many pages or how long is this story? I gotta pay for it. Okay. That's cool. I have no problem paying for it. I gotta wait before that happens. But there's currently a super thick goblin on my screen where I'm pretty sure YouTube would be like, all right, we're gonna hit you with the same shit we hit Hypno with. You can't stream. And I'm like, even though it's not that bad. She's wearing basically an office uniform. It's not that bad. You can go to the Discord, right? You can go to my Discord and you can see it. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you can see it there. And then he's got another book that's there as well. Goblin City, thick and dangerous too. So that's cool. Sorry about that. No, it's all good. It's all good. Everybody's got it. Look, man, make your money how you make your money. I have nothing against people who want to. I have nothing against people who, create something and then charge people a price for it. Now, that being said, I can't promise that you will always make money, but if you make money, nice job. If you make money legally and, you didn't have to undercut people or you fucking overcharge people or anything like that, we good. We Gucci. $3 is not expensive for a short story. I have no problem with that. Roxas is born with Sora when Sora turns into Heartless. Yeah. Because when you become a Heartless, you get a nobody, which is why you have the Organization 13. Because you have Xemnas. And pretty much what happens with the nobodies is that they all are basically, what would be a word for it? I guess shadow versions of their counterparts, their actual Earthbound counterparts, and their names are derived from their counterparts names as an anagram with an X somewhere in it. So Sora, so Roxas, you take out the X and unscramble the letters. It says Sora, and then the same thing with Axel. You unscramble the letters. It says Lee, even though it's spelled Lea. Lee. Braig is Zigbar, and all those other characters whose names I can't remember off the top of my head. I know Ansem and Xemnas, so there's that. Yeah, I think he he's Ben's nobody since his heart was in Sora. Kingdom Hearts is 1, 4, 1.5, 3 pi 1, 4, 1.5 pi chain memories. Final Fantasy X something Rebirth, Kingdom Hearts 2, 2.5 25 Saga Frontier, and Disney's Fantasia. That sounds very accurate. That actually might be the timeline. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Have you seen the Tetris movie? It's the best movie to know how shit the business is. I've heard so many people say how great that movie is. I haven't. Isn't it on Apple TV? I don't have Apple. I don't have Apple TV. I don't own Apple anything. I sell plenty of Apple products. As far as what's it called? Accessories and shit like that goes. I do repairs for Apple phones, but I don't own Apple products. They have some of the best security for their devices, but holy fucking shit. You gotta be one of the most I don't want to think at all motherfuckers of all time that want an Apple phone. An iPhone. I say that while my mother-in-law is downstairs with her iPad and her iPod, and she'll look at me and go, "Yep." That woman's funny. One of the few funny women out there. Yeah, it's on Apple TV. I figured as much. I own an Apple. Well, it's a Core now. I ate most of it earlier. We have so many apples if that's the case. That doesn't count as an Apple product, though, unfortunately. So there you go. You're in the clear. Good on you, DB Wall. By the way, what's going on? And what's going on, Monkey Man? You need to find a way to watch that movie. Ven and Rox is treated as if nothing serious. Yeah. Kind of crazy that the matter was not addressed in part 3. What is that bitch's name? Shion? Shion pisses me off, man. Like, Shion was basically there for a fucking cameo. Like, Shion's whole role was to die. Like, who's fucking somebody was she? Was she so like, was it Ino? Noi? Who? Like, that's what I want to know. Know what I mean? Android versus Apple. Android's better. Android is, it has not the, like, Apple has better security, but Android allowed you to do whatever you want. It's basically as close to a Linux phone as you can get without just installing Linux on your phone. So there's that. Union X's Distant Past comes before Birth by Sleep. That's fucking crazy. Oh, you know what? Union X is that one where they had that fucking, they had that whole fucking, like, the cutscene with the council and they were like arguing or some shit like that. If I remember correctly. She was to be Roxas's replacement. That's right. She was to be Roxas's replacement, but Roxas was like, you know, he hit her with that fucking the indomitable human spirit, and she's like, "Oh well, guess I'm gonna die." It was like, that's what it was, because she fought him, and he was like, "I don't want to do this," and she's like, "Shut up!" Just started doing her fucking banshee screeching and shit. Oh my god, I remembered, bro. Bro, she did a fucking banshee screech off my fucking 3DS. I was like, what the fuck is, hey, turn that down. Get out of here. Holy shit. Can you imagine having a nobody and a heartless? I can. I'd have a pretty cool name too. At least I think I would. Thoughts on One Piece? I watched that shit over like 2 or 3 times. I'm too crazy. I have not. I can't. When it comes to the anime, I can't make it past the first crocodile fight when Luffy beats him after Baroque works. Like, I get a couple episodes after that, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do something else. It's not because, and more times than often, it's not because it bores me, but it's because I just go do something else. I don't know. It probably could be boredom. Like, because the thing is, like, the episodes aren't bad after like the episodes after that aren't bad. I just don't care to go back to them. Actually, let me. I'm trying to remember, right? Because Chopper joins the team before Crocodile, doesn't he? Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't. If I'm remembering correctly, at that point in time, it's just Luffy, Nami, Zoro, and Sanji. I want to say, and Usopp, obviously. So it's just the 5 members of the Straw Hat crew, I believe. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, then yeah, Chopper was with them. But I just can't. I can't get that far into the anime. In the manga, I kind of jump around. You know what I mean? So I I know a bit about like I know a bit about Frankie's inclusion in the team. I know a bit about Brooke. I know Nico Robin joined shortly after. Vivi doesn't stick around for too long, obviously. Chopper's after. Okay, so wait. See, I'm getting conflicting information here. Someone said Chopper was there. Someone says Chopper's after. You know what I mean? Don't forget they had to go to that Snowy Kingdom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like I can't remember if the Snowy Kingdom was before or after Baroque Works. See, I'm gonna grok it. Hold on. Does Tony, God damn if I can spell, Tony Chopper join the Straw Hat crew before, damn it, before or after Baroque Works? Is before? Okay. He joins the Straw Hat Pirates before the confrontation with Baroques. Okay. So yeah, it was before. All right, so yeah, there you go. So, well, the point I was making was that like I remember Chopper joining. I remember seeing Chopper join the crew, but that was before Baroque Works. So there we go. I think it's just that. It's I just don't genuinely I genuinely don't remember a lot of it. Like I remember when characters join. I remember certain confrontations, right? Like I remember the fight with Arlong. That's easy. That's when Nami decided that like she was gonna stop being subservient to him and just be a free pirate. Um I remember the fight that Zoro has with Mihawk, the first fight, and Mihawk just beats him with like a fucking butter knife that happens to be one of the most deadliest weapons in the fucking series. Got this big ass sword on his back and he just defeats him with this little fucking like this fucking party what do you call those? Like the little fucking umbrella, the umbrellas, martini umbrellas that just go in a drink, one of those. Shit's funny. Then there's Freaky, Robin, and Frankie, Robin, and Brooke. Yeah, Chopper is before Brooke, if I'm correct here. Brooke is not the latest to join a crew, but he is the latest as far as most people remember. Um, but yeah, I do remember like I remember parts of Impel Down, which I was kind of interested in because Buggy the Clown is there, and Buggy the Clown is one of my favorites. No, he is my favorite. He's my favorite, despite him being like the first villain that Luffy defeated. Buggy the Clown is my favorite out of all of them. Yeah, and Crocodile was there. He kind of like didn't want to fight, but did his part. And then Ace got completely aired out by I think it was Black. No, it wasn't Blackbeard. Was it Blackbeard? I know Whitebeard was defeated by Blackbeard because Blackbeard then took his devil powers, if I remember correctly. Who defeated Portgas? Portgas the Ace. Brooke is the music. Yeah, he has his moments. So it was Blackbeard. Okay, it was Blackbeard that. Well, what it was Blackbeard was about to kill Luffy, and then Ace jumped in the way and took the blow. Died, and then Luffy went into like a fucking catatonic fucking shock moment. And you're like, all right, we got to get the fuck out of here. So I'm remembering parts and bits and pieces of it. You know what I mean? Not too much though, and that's the problem. And that's why I'm like, writing a lot of this stuff down. Hello. Um, while I'm like reading the stuff and then just writing it down and stuff. What's up? But at any rate, that's the general reason for why I want to go ahead and do that. Like read a volume a day of these books or these stories, is because I want to be able to just remember all of this stuff, and it's easier for me to remember things if I don't just read it, but I also kind of like relay it in a way. So not necessarily verbalizing the shit, but writing it down, and then I remember at that point. So that's gonna be pretty fun. Four different stories. And then on top of that, I'm obviously keeping up with my current manga that I'm reading. And then on top of that, I'm also drawing a manga. And then on top of that, I'm also playing through Kingdom Hearts. So a lot is on the plate for 2026. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be phenomenal. Splendiferous even. Dragon's Loopy's dad and Ace's Roger. Yeah. Yeah, I know that much. Sabo was because Ace wasn't Luffy's biological brother. I don't think I think Sabo was. I think Sabo was his biological brother. But either way, the three of them were raised at an orphanage, if I remember correctly. I remember bits and pieces. I know almost nothing after the time skip. I know that Luffy basically turns into Saitama. Oh, not Saitama. He turns into a Looney Tunes character. Like super, super duper silly shit. But according to a lot of people, oh, One Piece is getting ready to is getting close to the conclusion. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and like, be entirely, I guess you could say hoity toity, if you will, facetious about the whole situation. My supervisor, he's also big into anime, and he reads a lot of stuff, sees a lot of articles and stuff. Like, he's on TikTok, so rip. But he pulled up an article where Ichiro Oda confirmed that he was looking to conclude One Piece. Like, I think he said it's in the final arc. There was like it was like the final arc won't begin, or you won't know you're in a final arc until um I'm so mad I'm forgetting his name. Excuse me. Eye patch guy, red hair. Can't remember. Hold on. Who is the guy who gave Luffy his hat? Forgot his name. Shanks. See, as soon as Grok started typing, I was like Shanks. But yeah, the whole thing was that like you won't know you're in a final arc until like Shanks puts on his eye patch or something like that, if I remember correctly. And that's that happened in one of the more recent chapters, and people been losing their minds about that shit. So that's going on, and that's cool. I'm glad everybody's getting their conclusion to a very long running story. Nothing against it being long running at this point. It was like Ichiro Oda said at one point in time that, like, he had no plans in concluding the story anytime soon. So, he just kept writing and drawing. It is what it is. Yeah, Shanks. Yeah. Once a kid arrives, it'll be the only topic on your plate for a while. Once the kid, what's going on, Jembe? What up? What up? New One Piece anime stuff has got me bricked. I'm happy for you. I noticed I'm reading One Piece at 188. You're 188 years old? Jesus Christ, my guy. Old as shit. When you see more Shanks in the story, it means that it's getting to the end. Yeah. Something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so it is coming to the conclusory point of the story. That's pretty cool. It's nice. That would then mean seeing Kubo cheated in this aspect, but that would then mean that actually, yeah, that would then mean that Kubo and no, that would mean that Kubo would be the only mangaka at that point in time whose story is still going. In a way. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna count it this way because see, you got the four, right? The big four. You got Ichiro Oda, Tite Kubo, Akira Toriyama, and not Masashi. Yeah, Masashi Kishimoto. Right? You got the four of them. Naruto's concluded. I know Boruto, but Naruto's concluded. So out of the runnings. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super Toriyama has something to do with. But Toriyama's dead. So there's that. I know, but he's dead. So now you got Kubo and you have Oda. Now Oda's story can conclude. That's my ring finger, it's fine. Oda's story can conclude, but the problem we're faced with here is that not problem, but that the situation we're faced with here is that Kubo had to wrap up the manga where it was because of his declining health at the time. Excuse me. But what happened is he didn't get back to the manga, so instead he is just taking a more hands-on role as far as the continuation of the story goes with the anime, which means the story's still going. Know what I mean? While One Piece does have the most volumes out of all of them, if it concludes, it's done. That's it. No more story. Kubo, he got sick. Technically, you see what I'm getting at here, right? Bleach is better. Bleach is the best. Out of the big four, Bleach is the best. Damn it. You know, like Dragon Ball Z Kai. I have not seen much of Z Kai. Z Kai. I mean, that's the one where they just basically like shortened a lot of stuff, cleaned up some of the art, and made things a little more comprehensible to a lot of people. That's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I would say what I've seen is pretty cool. It didn't seem like much different, but it was pretty cool what they did either way. You see, me Grimlock say then Luffy finds One Piece. See, I thought they already found One Piece, bro. Haven't they been to the Grand Line already like 18 times? I'm happy One Piece Straw Hat Crew will find their dreams. Wait, wasn't there a boxer manga? Are you talking about Hajime no Ippo? Because you have Hajime no Ippo, you have Tomorrow's Joe is another one. Those are the only two I can think of as far as boxing goes. Dragon Ball Z franchise is done. True. The Z franchise is done. But Toriyama wrote and drew Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z as well, while having an authorial role, if you will, in a Super. You know what I mean? Hold up. Let me grab a book. I'll grab a book right quick, Nobby. Because it says it on the book. Right there. At the bottom. It's Super. At the bottom, story by Akira Toriyama. So Toyotaro is doing like the art, but Toriyama is doing the writing, basically. So you got that going for you. I hope Oda can finish before Game of Thrones. So listen, I think everybody's gonna finish their stories before George R.R. Martin. Let's be real. You know what I mean? I feel like Matt Funcool is gonna get like 9, 10, 13 books out, stories out before Game of Thrones actually gets its 5th book. Is it 5th book? Game of Thrones? The one that... How many... Because I would have figured you would have like at least the basic knowledge of it. How many books are released for Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones. If I could spell. Search in the web. Stop searching. It's only like... It's a quick search. It's like 4 or 5 books. Song of Ice and Fire is the book that has to be released. I know that much. It's 5. Yeah, so Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Storm of Swords, Feast for Crows, and A Dance with Dragons. Damn, it's been over a decade. Almost a decade and a half. See, the time gaps between these books is kind of funny, right? It's like between 1 and 2, it's been 2 years. Between 2 and 3, it's been 2 years. Between 3 and 4, it's been 5 years. between between 4 and 5, it's been 6 years, and here we are waiting for the sixth book, or I should say, Game of Thrones fans. Here they are waiting for Song of Ice and Fire, and that wait time is almost tripled. Almost fucking tripled, man. That's crazy. Holy shit. They have yet to get to the final island. Laugh Tale's last island for One Piece. Okay. So yeah, there you go. There's that bit of One Piece lore for you. Now that said, I want shorter stories, right? Despite Bleach being one of my favorites, um, as well as what other series is out there that's pretty long, that's got like a decent number of books. I mean, Shaman King has 35 volumes, so there's that. A lot of people say that's not long. That's a pretty long it's a pretty long series right there. So I would say Shaman King. Hoshin Engi is another one. I think that has 35 volumes. Or I might be thinking Yu Yu Hakusho. It's the same mangaka. But yeah, those. Naruto, obviously. Dragon Ball, One Piece. Another decent number of stories out there. I mean, what else do we have? Chainsaw Man, I think currently in America, at least in the West, I should say, the most recently released volume is 18, which it's a whatever thing. Fairy Tail, yeah, Fairy Tail, Black Clover, another two more like longer series. Soul Eater, I think is like 25 volumes. That's decently long. That's a decently long series, right? Like I would say 12 volumes is probably a sweet spot for a long enough running story. Like anything after that, that means you're going for something super epic, right? And some people hit that mark, some people don't. Know what I mean? That's why I want to get shorter stories, right? Like Black Cat is, I want to say it is 10 volumes. That's a good one. Busa Rankin is 10 volumes. That's a good one. Ralgrad is like 4 volumes. So that's nice. All You Need Is Kill is only 2. Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2 volumes. Rave Master's like 50 something. I think Hypno has all of the books for it too. Like he just bought them all, like, or most of them at like in one sitting. And I was like, that's a lot of fucking money, bro. That is a lot of fucking money that I ain't got. Air Gear is another one that's pretty fucking long. I think they have like 30 something, 40 something volumes. I might be wrong about that. How many volumes does Air Gear have? And Air Gear is also, that's another one of those series that has like really good art, and the story is super complex. It gets like super crazy like towards the very end. 37 volumes. Yeah, that's not long. However, finding those books is a Herculean feat. And if you happen to find them, buying those books is a Herculean feat because they are super expensive. Like those books are expensive. What's it called? Karakuri Doji. Ultimo, basically. Ultimo is like unnecessarily expensive. Now I get it. It's written by Stan Lee with art by I'm so mad I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm gonna turn around and look at it. Hiroyuki Take. Hiroyuki Take is the artist behind Shaman King. So you got the talents of Shaman King and the Marvel universe, Marvel Comics universe, put together in a single thing. It's like, yeah, I get it. Stan Lee's dead, That's cool, but you ain't got to. I mean, that's kind of the way the market works. You know what I mean? Sucks, but I want to get those books. 'Cause my friend, he has, I want to say, the first like 6 volumes, and he bought them when, like, they were just everywhere in stores and shit like that. So that was it wasn't expensive back then. Now finding the books. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up for you. Hold on. Karakuri Doji Ultimo. Actually, why don't I just go to Amazon? I know I'm pulling prices from Amazon. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, I gotta let y'all know just how expensive these fucking books are. Know what I mean? Well, first off, it's kind of hard to find them. Second, that's I'm not looking for solo leveling. Go fuck yourself, Amazon. What the hell? So wait, so the first book is the volume 1 is actually $6.41. However, let's see, volume 3. Volume 3 is double that. Volume, let's jump up to 7. Volume 7 is $30. Let me see, volume 9. Volume 9 is 20. So it's a fluctuating like price point, but they're still like pretty expensive if you're gonna get all of them. Volume 11, here we go. Volume 11 is $79.99 used. Like this shit is outrageous, dog. You're not That's a lot of fucking money. I ain't got that kind of bread, bro. Like, relax. Fucking relax. Put on layaway. But yeah, it's one of the many gripes that comes with having a collection, if you will. It's one of the many issues that comes with having an expanding collection of anything, really. Right? Like manga can get expensive. Video games, like these kinds of games, retro games, Duel Masters, now considered retro. These kinds of consoles and stuff like that. DS Lights and Shaman King, by the way. Um, these games and stuff like that. You're lucky if you find them at a decent enough price. Snatch them up immediately. And that's one of the things I like about the store that just opened up not too long ago here in town is that they have reasonable prices, and also they don't like to rip off their customer base. Huh? That does include the prices for Pokemon Emerald because someone pointed out that the cartridges that they have are not original cartridges. So they said, "Oh, we're not going to charge you like these exorbitant, these like crazy ass prices for something that's not an original item. They're basically like copies of the game on something that's not Nintendo or that's not Nintendo original." But it was still really expensive. Oh yeah, it was, but that's because they didn't know they didn't know the difference between the two. They didn't know those details. So they dropped the price. They took them off the shelves, and they're reevaluating the prices. Like all of the Pokemon games are taken off the shelves. I was like, oh well, shit, look at that. So yeah, but the place that I went to, good prices. I found a 3DS charger for like $10, which is very reasonable. That's actually the best price for it. Unless you get like one of those super knockoff ones, which I wasn't gonna do. I got Duel Masters and Shaman King as well. Those are like a couple bucks, like I think $8-9 each. And they have like DS Lights and DSIs and stuff like that for like 100, 200, some for like 120 and stuff like that. They have a Game Boy Advance for like I think $90. So it's a pretty cool place. I like the place. I've been there a couple times. There's some Christmas shopping there. But ultimately, I like those kinds of places, not so much online because online people will go, okay, well, let's look at all the average prices and then we'll just jump ours by a little bit. And if that trend keeps happening, the prices don't drop. Unless all of it just doesn't sell. Which at that point in time, they'd either A, chalk it up as a loss leader and just drop the price, or not a loss leader. Either A, they'll just drop the price and then they just kind of cut their losses as far as what they thought they were gonna make on it. Or B, they keep those prices and then shit just rots. Or I don't know, just get rid of it. Which does suck for them. Um and it is what it is. I wonder what happened with that one guy who bought that whole shipment of Rosalina amiibo. Like, what did he do with those? I'm gonna Google that. Wasn't there? Oh, not Google. Sorry, I'm gonna grok it. Wasn't there a guy who bought an entire shipment of Rosalina amiibo to spite her fans?
Sounds like something someone would do.
Me, Grimlock say toy can get godly expensive too. True. Toys can absolutely get oh my god, bro. I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to even get back into the toy collecting business, bro. Like, if I do, I specifically want like more articulate figures. Like, I don't care much for statues and shit. I want more of like figure arts. Will this sit on the wireless?
You should.
Nope. It will not. I don't have my thing up here. Yeah, my phone's downstairs. No, is it?
Yes.
It is. True, because I'm not done cleaning the kitchen. I'll just do this.
Speaking of, my water bottles.
There we go. So now it's 10? That's fair. 10 is good. 10 is a good number. I just don't like my phone getting that low as far as battery power goes, personally. There was a guy known online as Mario the Plumber. Of course, his name is Mario Plumber, T-E-H Plumber. Also, Daily Dose, who in January 2015 bulk bought over 100 Rosalina and Luma amiibos. Reports range from 87 confirmed to 252 tallied, purely out of spite for her fans. During the intense amiibo shortages, Rosalina was Target exclusive with tiny shipments. He hit multiple targets daily, glowed in the store reviews, bought every Rosalina in stock, lol. And that's what he said in quotes. Bought every Rosalina in stock, lol. And bragged on Twitter, Twitter/YouTube about denying sluts and fanboys their figure, calling her a fan service slunt. Slut cunt. But either way, he spent approximately $1,300 initially, in parentheses, 87 units at about 13 each plus tax, obviously. Claimed $4,000 total and boasted plans for 35,000 more to hoard indefinitely. Not literally one entire shipment, no pallet case evidence, but he cleared out store stock repeatedly, fueling the scarcity meme. He claimed a giveaway or forgiveness video, sketchy, low views. Of course, but fate of the amiibo is unknown. I'm pretty sure there's a layer of crust on almost all of them. Likely sold or scalped for profit despite anti-fan rhetoric. He's still active on Twitter, YouTube, streams, Nintendo, Sonic. Ew, gross. I don't claim him. Now married to Jesus. It's just I want to repent for buying all of these plastic toys. I'm so sorry. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I repent in the name of all the Rosalina Luma figures that I bought. Please forgive me. Go man aside. My man lost his fucking mind. That's funny as shit. Listen, I don't have the money, the time, nor the care to buy that many amiibo, especially more than one of the same fucking amiibo. No, fuck that. Alien Ant Farm. Oh yeah. I know that song. That's a good song. It's a good song, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of it, and that's primarily because just it's like you got Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal, and you got Alien Ant Farm, Smooth Criminal. But there's a style that makes the Smooth Criminal song make so much more sense than the way that Michael Jackson did it over Alien Ant Farm. It just feels like I get it. I get it. It's their homage to Michael Jackson. They love his music, so on and so forth. But I like a lot of covers never sat well with me. And this one it just seems like this one didn't either, basically. That's me though. That's just me. I know that like practically everybody else is of the opposite opinion. And that's fine. That's okay. Of course I'm wrong. Shut up. Shut up. It's like the self-transforming Grimlock. It's awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, those toys get super expensive. Stop typing too. The fuck? At any rate, um, me Grimlock say the jokes write themselves. They do write themselves. I'm not even typing. Look at you, fucking moron. At any rate, um, I'm trying to think of anything else. That's this wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Now that I'm thinking about it, we just have a. It's not a fireside chat, obviously, but it wouldn't be a grossly bad idea, I guess you could say. There's nothing going on, and just be like, all right, let's just go ahead and search some stuff and just recollect a lot of things because I enjoy talking about a lot of stuff. Um, I enjoy talking about manga primarily, well, anime and manga, I guess by default. Video games, more so. I enjoy talking about the good of video games because when I start talking about the bad, I become like a super negative Ned. I really, I really like. For example, there was plenty that came from the VGAs, like as far as new games go, that I was like, oh, that looks good, but I just didn't have a reaction for it. Alternatively, if it's something that's just not good, I will rail on it. I will rag on that shit. Right? Like look at I made a fucking rant collage. A montage. I made a fucking rant montage about Nintendo. And that omits the PlayStation segment that I did prior. Or the coverage for the state of play. The Nintendo Direct was so god shit awful, bro. Oh my god, it was bad. And it wasn't for the sake of I'm a DEI or like, my wokeism or anything like that. It wasn't for any kind of political reasons. It was just bad. It's just the games look boring. They look like they were gonna suck after like the first couple of hours. I've seen I've seen people hype up Metroid Prime 4 before it released. During that same stream, I was like, it don't look too good, man. It ain't looking too hot. I don't know if Robust is still here, but he can confirm because he was in that stream with me. I said it back then too. He's of the same opinion. It's not looking good for Metroid at that point. And now people have it in their hands, and I can wholeheartedly, I can officially confirm that a lot of people did not give a fuck about the game. a lot of people find it unmemorable. A lot of people found it bland. There wasn't much to it. It didn't have that Metroid feel to it. Know what I mean? That Metroid Prime feel. Um, right? Like Mark the Cyborg, he kind of he ragged on it in his way. Mauler and Metal, I watched them play a bit of it, and they were wholeheartedly unimpressed. Oh man, I think they're trying to get Little Platoon to play it, but damn. Let me see. Me Grimlock said me self transforming toy is $1,600, man. You know I could do a $1,600. Anything the fuck else that would cost $1,600. I'm not buying a fucking transforming toy for the fucking 1.6K bones. I'm good. Holy shit. Our Lord's work is never done. His understanding no one can fathom. True. Dryness, boring. Like who would buy this video game? Yeah, basically. Um, and then oh god, bro, there was like a whole fucking 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes actually, about 20 minutes of Mario glazing. Mario specifically, not any other character that exists within the realm of Nintendo in its entirety. There was no Zelda in those 20 minutes. There was no Donkey Kong in those 20 minutes. There was no Samus, no Star Fox. Um who else is there? There was no Kirby there. There was no Pokemon there in those first 20 minutes. It was Mario. Bro, there was barely any Luigi. There was barely any Yoshi. There was obviously there was some Bowser, but it was almost exclusively Mario and Mario only. I get it. Nintendo mascot, cool. But here's the problem. Nothing in there was anything that was anything special. Right? Here's Super Mario Wonder for Switch 2, a game that was already released and you've played already, but it's got like some extra content, nothing super special, know what I mean? But we're gonna charge you full price for it, by the way. Hold this MSRP, boy. Bam. Fuck out of here, man. Couldn't be me. And then they had like a whole bunch of other shit, like the fucking was a piranha plant, like fucking talking piranha plant or some shit. It's like, I don't want this. What are you doing? Stop. Cut it out. Knock it off. This is what I mean by like I get negative when it comes to like video games that are unabashedly bad. I wouldn't even say just boring, just bad. Well, I could say they leave me feeling apathetic. And if you leave me feeling apathetic, that's a problem. Because then I start getting angry because you wasted my fucking time. It's that easy. Okay, you just ignore all my chats. Don't worry, all the streamers I watch do it. Hey, you stop that. How dare you? I ignore most of them, at any rate. Nintendo's making stuff for younger generations. They don't have standards as high as us old folk. The funny thing is, right? The kids of today can go back and play those same games and have the same enjoyment that we had when we were their age. I cannot wholeheartedly hold on to that. I can't accept that argument, unfortunately. It's not even really an argument. I can't accept that position because it's the same thing that happens with all kinds of media. For example, you have the children's shows of yesteryear, right? Sesame Street, Barney, the Electric Company, and like a lot of those shows back then. Arthur, another one, Cyber Chase, even. Those shows had some like they had some adult themes in them as well, and not like adult themes in the sense of like in the sense of anything like like super violent or like sexual or anything like that. It's not that. It's just like stuff that adults can comprehend and children can understand as well, but not fully comprehend what's going on, right? Nowadays, they just take all of that shit out and just say, all right, here are some safety corners for every single edge. Here, we're going to go ahead and put the fucking like plastic pieces inside the fucking, inside every outlet so kids can't, stick a fork in them kind of deal. It's like today's media is just super simple, super soft, super safe. The 6 S's. Know what I mean? It just don't hit the same. And the funny thing is I can go back, watch those old shows and stuff like that. Shit. Me and Amarada every now and then, mostly she just puts the videos on, but we go back and we watch like some of the older cartoons and stuff like that. They still hit. They still fucking hit. Raggedy Ann, like Tex Avery stuff, like Chuck Jones and whatnot. Like all of that stuff, it still has that same magic. It brings you back to that nostalgia. It doesn't make you feel like a kid again. It just brings you back to that nostalgic feel. Know what I mean? Where like, yeah, I remember watching this and like, some memories pop up from that time. But like back then, it didn't feel like the shows and the video games and stuff like that were patronizing. Know what I mean? They didn't cater to the lowest barrier of entry at like every fucking turn. Matter of fact, there's a guy that I follow. on YouTube, OmniArch TV. Like his channel just blew up, so that's probably why I'm just now seeing his stuff. And it's also because he's very good with sales numbers. He has a business degree, and he got stomped on for not liking Pokemon Legends ZA, which also very forgettable. Nobody's talking about it anymore, by the way. Let that sink in. But yeah, he said the same thing. Like during the Nintendo Direct, they have this. When you look at when you watch their presentations, and everybody can note this, they speak in a way that's something like this. And every time they speak, they have to break down every syllable to make sure you understand what they're saying. Isn't that neat? And they do shit like that. And it's so fucking irritating, dude. Oh my god. I think I said something about it during the I think I put a clip in from the rant montage that's in there as well. Like, it's so goddamn tiresome, dog. Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking kid. Don't talk to my kids like they're fucking kids. Just give me the product. Just tell me about the product, and I will make the decision whether or not that's for my kid or not. Stop trying to police me and my children at the same time. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Cut it out. Act like a fucking company and not a fucking a babysitter or whatever. Hello, Jacoby. You were here earlier. Hey, man, loves the yap. Was he doing all those years he wasn't streaming? I was thinking to myself, now I don't have to go as insane. So there's that. Old cartoons rock, current days cartoons ass. True. I'm gonna give y'all another example here. 90s cartoons. Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken. Some people don't like Ren and Stimpy, but Ren and Stimpy, Two Stupid Dogs, Cat Dog, Rugrats, Angry Beavers, a lot of those shows. SpongeBob even. SpongeBob SquarePants. Like, I watched a clip of SpongeBob recently, and the episode aired like almost 30. Oh my god, I'm old. It aired like somewhere close to 30 years ago. I would say probably about like 2003, 2004, something like that. Either way, I watched the clip and it still made me laugh. That is indicative of how good we had it growing up. Because nowadays, the only cartoons people can remember, at least the ones that are serialized, like televised, I guess you could say. The only ones that anybody ever mentions are Adventure Time, Regular Show, which concluded. I think Adventure Time concluded as well. I don't even know. I don't care. I don't. The Amazing World of Gumball, which I think they only show reruns now. And I can't even think of anything else. Like, and that's just me trying to remember what was like serialized. That's not me even mentioning like, you know, the other shows that people don't talk about. Like Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go, surprisingly, I think it's still running, but nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about that Ben 10 series that or that show. No, I mean the most recent one. They have like 5 iterations. The first one's good. The first one's good. Alien Force is good. Yeah, Alien Force. Then they had like 2 more versions after that, I believe. No, I think they had 1 more after that. That one was pretty all right. And then they have that new Ben 10 series where like it's super simple, ugly ass art. Like, bro looks like Duchess from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which is also a good show. But yeah, we also have Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack. Fucking gold, bro. Tartakovsky was on the fucking ball back then. He had like Samurai Jack was going. He had the Clone War series he was doing. That shit was so good. That shit was good as fuck. Obviously Dexter's Lab was in there as well. Genndy Tartakovsky was that dude. Let's see. What did Robust say? Because I don't ignore him all the time. Current day Western cartoons are made by people trying to make a bad copy of what they grew up on. Exactly. Like the one dude that wrote he wrote Thundercats Roar. He said in an interview, and this is when I watched Just Some Guy. I need to go back and probably watch some of his stuff. See, because a reason I stopped watching his stuff is because he started getting a little bit too he started getting a little bit too jabby with his political rhetoric. It's like, I don't care if you do political rhetoric, just don't mix the political rhetoric in with, like, your your talk on media, and I'll keep watching. It got to a point where it's like he's taking shots at Ben Shapiro, and Ben Shapiro had nothing to do with what he was talking about, or he takes shots at Charlie Kirk or something like that. And it's just, or I just got tired of it. I get it. He's kind of like a left centrist, if you will, but because he takes shots at, like, he takes shots at the Biden administration, he takes shots at Trump, and so on and so forth. But it got to a point where it's just like, bro, I don't want to hear about. Just talk about the show. I want to hear about the show. I like the guy, but it gets to a point where it's just like, I don't want to hear about the political rhetoric personally. So I just stopped watching the stuff. But I have to go back and see if he's still doing that, because I like his stuff. But anyway, he was talking about he covered the guy who created or wrote, I guess you could say, probably did create Thundercats Roar. And in the interview, the guy said something to the effect of, like, he and his brother watched Thundercats growing up, and he wanted, like, to create a series that had the same essence of Thundercats, like the original Thundercats. And it's like, well, if that's the case, bro, you missed the mark by about like 7 decades. Your shit is super bad. It's super safe. It's super ugly. It just don't land the same. And then there are episodes, or there are parts in that show, I should say, where you have original characters, air quote, basically come through and validate the new shit, kind of like what Marvel's doing with their current shit right now, where Peter Parker is validating Miles Morales with everything he does, even though Miles does nothing, like literally nothing, and gets all the benefit. It's fucking tiresome, man. It's fucking tiresome. That's why one of the reasons why I'm so into, like, collecting physical media is because the new shit sucks, and they ain't showing much of the old shit anywhere else. So, you got that going on for yourself. On top of that, I don't need them changing my shit, the shit that I grew up with. Like a Johnny Quest, right? The New Adventures of Johnny Quest. That was another banger of a series right there. I don't need you changing my shit to then make your shit seem like it's better, because your shit it's still bad. You just made my shit suck too. That's it. Stop. Cut it out. Matter of fact, just abolish yourselves. How about that? That's pretty much where I am with all of that nonsense. Huh? Yeah. Seth Rogen is like he's buying the Muppets brand.
He's going to produce the Muppet
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I know that much. And it's Seth Rogen dealing with, like, basically producing a Muppet show. Which means it's going to be as Seth Rogen can Seth Rogen. So,
I don't know that I can
so
deal
rip.
with Muppets making blatant dick jokes.
I mean, I've kind of been out of a lot of the Muppet stuff recently because it just don't hit the same as it used to. Personally,
Oh no, because it's not the same thing.
it's not. A lot. I mean, I get it. Some people do enjoy, like, the Muppets cameos at the VGAs. I see them and I'm just like, I don't care. Like the whole bit with, like, with Miss Piggy flirting with Jeff Keighley. I guess you can call it flirting or whatever. Or she was saying something about, like, her part that she was going to be playing in the show, in the VGAs or whatever. And it's like, I'm not laughing at this. I mean, to be fair, I never really found Miss Piggy funny. So there's that.
She's not funny when she's bothering Kermit.
She's not even funny when she's bothering Kermit. I'm this explains so much. Oscar the Grouch has always been my favorite. I've always loved Oscar.
Sesame Street.
Well, that is Sesame Street, but isn't that like a subsidiary to Muppets? Okay, well, if we're talking Muppets specifically, then I'd have to say, I've been kind of I've been. Oh, what are the? Oh no, what are the two critics? I keep forgetting their names. The theater critics, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because
Wentworth and Stedler.
those guys. Either way, I love those guys because they'll drop a single line out of nowhere, and then like it'll just be a banger of a line too. Like, congratulations, you did a good job at keeping us awake for longer than for like 4 seconds, which is 3 seconds longer than previously. You're like, God, shit, damn. And he's like, I like those guys, but it explains a lot as far as my cynicism, if you will, my negativity. Um, I like jokes that hurt. Apparently, not me. Don't hurt me. I'm like, I'm a sensitive, delicate little flower. You can tell by my
By who you married.
by who I married. Apparently, what the fuck? Anyway,
I never make cool jokes.
would you fucking lie like that? What do you never make? This bitch. This bitch says I never make cruel jokes. Are you dead at? Yeah, of course she is. Of fucking course she is. The women, man, I swear. At any rate, it just it they ain't got the sauce nowadays like they used to. Hell, you can go back like they got like video games back from back in the day, right? It's funny. I had the back when I had the Nintendo Online subscription. I think I no, I think I canceled it if I remember. Yeah, I canceled it because I don't play my Switch all that often anymore. I mean, if I do, I'm playing Digimon, and that's because it's the only console I have Digimon on currently. I'll eventually get the games for I have Time Stranger. Shout out to Mr. Rooch for that one. He actually got me Time Stranger and a couple of other Digimon games. Got me Digimon World Next Order and Digimon Survive. So, shout out Mr. Rooch for that one. The GOAT. But I'm playing through the first two Digimon story games. And I don't have them on Steam, so I just play them on the Switch. So, it is what it is. Now, eventually I'm gonna get a Steam Deck, and then I'll probably stop playing the Switch altogether because I'll just have all of those games. Actually, no, I won't because with if they release any Zelda games, that's probably the only mainstay that Nintendo has for me at this point. So there's that. Cause Sonic is on Steam, Mega Man's on Steam. I just need Nintendo to fucking fold and give us Zelda. You ain't gotta give us all your IPs, just Zelda. Just Zelda, we're good. Keep Mario, keep Metroid, keep Smash Brothers, keep all that shit. I'll take Zelda. We're good. Take the whole Triforce fucking universe, all of that. Give me that. Give me that. Put it on Steam. There we go. We're good. We're good. Now, fuck off or whatever. Me, Grimlock, have all 98 OG episodes of the G1 Transformers, plus the movie on Blu-ray. That's gold right there, bro. That is gold you're sitting on. Another good series, by the way. Transformers, and this is going into the 80s at that point. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, obviously. Voltron, which is Japanese, but was, often mistaken for being Western. It's Go Lion is what it's called in Japan. What else we got? I mean, I'm not jumping back into the 90s. You have like Biker Mice from Mars and whatnot. I think Street Sharks was 90s as well. But yeah, Ninja Turtles was in the 80s. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Mega Man. Those are like late 80s. I mean, I want to say late 80s, early 90s ish time. A lot of people apparently didn't like Sonic Underground. I need to go back and watch that and figure out why I enjoyed it so much. Maybe I'm just that level of retarded. I don't know. Pokemon actors passing away. True. Unfortunately, life is not infinite. I mean, so many people are going recently. Kind of crazy. But I don't want to end the stream on a down note. You know what I mean? We got like 10 minutes left. So, a quick prayer for all those for all the fallen veterans of the game, if you will. I am certain that they are with exactly who they need to be with, if that makes sense. Um, Beavis and Butthead. Surprisingly, didn't watch a lot of that. Rocko's Modern Life was one that I did watch, however. When the OG creator of the Muppets died, they kind of flanderized. Yeah, they really did flanderize the Muppets after that. Holy shit, bro! They flanderized the fucking Muppets. Anytime like the creator of something dies, they just go into they all go like full flanderization mode. It's kind of crazy, right? Like it happened with the Tolkien estate. It happened with Marvel. Um, it was something else. It happened with Apple as well. Like Steve Jobs had like far better ethics, far better work ethics than what Apple currently has. Because I shit you not, working on Apple phones, I can tell you there is almost no marginal difference between an iPhone 15 uh, and an iPhone 16. There's almost no marginal difference between the two. You're paying more money for a better camera. And it's a camera that doesn't even hold a candle to what Samsung can do. So there's that. The iPhone 17 is it's got its cool little features or whatever, but it's still a fucking hazard. Like it's stupid the way they got a lot of this shit set up. Now it's happening with SpongeBob, bro. They declared SpongeBob as I think bisexual back in like 22, 23, something like that. During Pride Month or some shit. They're like, oh yeah, here are a bunch of characters from Nickelodeon who are part of the LGBT. And SpongeBob was up there, and I was like, what the fuck? Stop it. What the fuck? Cut it out. And they just don't do it. They don't make them the same way they used to, man. Nintendo too when they want to pay. Yeah, exactly. Nintendo as well. Fucking what's the guy's name? Was it Fukushima? Who's the current CEO of Nintendo? Succeeded Satoru Iwata. Shintaro Furukawa, that's what it is. Yeah. So Satoru God damn it. Oh boy. Okay. So it was Furukawa for a brief moment, right? It says here, following his death, Nintendo's board appointed 3 acting presidents: Tatsumi Kimishima, Shigeru Miyamoto, and Genyo Takeda temporarily. On September 14, 2015, Kimishima was officially selected as permanent successor, serving until June 28th, 2018, when he was replaced by Shintaro Furukawa. So Furukawa is the current CEO. So like right after Iwata, man, it was fucking, we were cooked, dog. You know what I mean? And that was kind of around the time when like Nintendo games started to like kind of go downhill anyway. It's like it's upsetting that Iwata didn't get to see the massive success that was the Switch. And of course the Switch 2 sold like crazy ass numbers as well. But it didn't do too good this Black Friday in comparison to the Switch last year during Black Friday. And as far as sales numbers go, and this is also based off of analysis, I guess you could say, from OmniArch TV as well. OmniArch, however, I think he pronounces it OmniArch, but it's based off of analysis from him as well. But it's basically been all but confirmed that those massive crazy ass fucking sales numbers that the Switch 2 had during its launch were overly truncated by Nintendo fans. Not just like, adults buying it for their kids. It was and it wasn't just adults buying something for the family or anything like that. It was mostly Nintendo fans, because otherwise you would have seen some crazy numbers this year as well. Or this Black Friday as well. It makes sense. Yeah, it's of course a new console is a stocking stuffer. That's been a mainstay since consoles became affordable for the average household. There's always a new video game console, or like either a new game or a new console just pops up in the house like practically every Christmas season. You know what I mean? So for the Switch 2 to do not that great this year, and its launch year, that ain't good. That ain't good at all, man. So there's that. You like Gonzo? I like Gonzo. Gonzo's pretty funny. Waldorf and Astoria. Those are their names. She's got on headphones. She can't hear me, so I'm gonna call her.
I can hear you just fine. I'm just playing a game.
I'm still gonna call her a bitch though,
You do that anyway. What's your point?
because she's a bitch. Anyway,
You say that like it's something new.
I said bitch. Real ones understand that reference. At any rate,
I like names, but I get in trouble.
that's what you get for being white. At any rate, Iwata was keeping the bean counters in check. He really was. He really was. Man, we lost. Oh man, we lost Iwata, and then Reggie stepped down too. And we got handed Doug Bowser, and now we got some random chick who nobody knows. Something tells me, Nintendo's about to hurt. It's not because of the girl. It's because they don't have any actual they don't have leaders who were the same kind of that were the same kind of powerhouses as the dynamic duo of Iwata and Reggie Fils-Aimé. Like they were those bros when it came to gaming. Like, oh yeah, you got fucking Phil Spencer's doing his thing. You got the guy who runs PlayStation. Don't fucking care, bro. You got these two goopy ass motherfuckers who know what the fuck they're talking about. I like these guys. These guys are great. And then one died and the other one stepped down because it's obvious. Like if Reggie Fils-Aimé dying in the seat would be a bad move. I like that. I like seeing I like when people who have the sauce, you know what I mean? I like when they step down, they step away from the whole project, whatever they got going on. I like when they step away because they've done all that they can do, and now they just kind of leave it up to the next generation, which it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. You can't live forever, so it is what it is. Matter of fact, Disney was also flanderized. Once Walt died, oh, it was over. It was fucking over. But and that just popped up in my head. But either way, yeah, I like that. I like that Reggie was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna step away. I think I have done all that I can do, and as much as people would love for me to stay, it would not be good for me in the long run, right? You either die a hero, you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And one died a hero, the other one stepped away to die with the legacy, the great legacy left behind them. So, shout out to the both of them. I don't remember most of the other people that succeeded them. I know Furukawa. I know who Miyamoto is. Miyamoto's been there since pretty much the beginning. Matter of fact, the beginning. But Miyamoto's kind of losing his mind as well. Losing. It's been lost. What do you mean? Why hasn't Elon figured out how to prolong our lives yet? Because Elon is a busy man. He's a man with 8 businesses and a bunch and billions of dollars that a lot of people are upset that he won't just give to people instead. He just won't just give away because that works so fucking well in 2020. See, here's my little political rant. Just giving money to people back in 2020, that genius idea. Absolutely phenomenal. Top banana. Greatest play of time of all the time. Good fucking job. I hate the government, bro. I fucking hate the government. Oh my god, they made my nose almost start to bleed. I felt like the that tingle you get, or it feels like you're about to it's about to just fucking leak. If not, then that's just me. But either way, it felt like my nose was about to bleed. Bro, the government pisses me off so fucking much. God damn. Everything good? Horror, Mama Amarada okay? What's going on, by the way, Beast? Yes, Amarada's good. She's over here.
Hey, Beast.
And she is playing Paradigm?
Pragmata.
Pragmata. There we go. She's playing Pragmata. The demo of Pragmata. Because that's out for people to play right now. Right. That's what I said. Shut. So yeah, the Pragmata demo's available to play.
It's got de novo.
It's got Denuvo, so that's great. The fucking demo has Denuvo. I heard your mother stomping. Which means somebody's about to get swapped out. More than likely, as far as kennels go. But yeah, the Pragmata demo has Denuvo. So have fun with that. Thanks, Capcom. I don't think there was anything else I really had to say. It's now 12 o'clock on the note. No, now it's 12:01. Shit. But oh yeah, that's what else I was saying. Yeah, Mama Amarada is also doing good. She's doing all right. The two of them had the two of them had a relatively shaky Christmas, and that's because they were running around getting everything like cooked and baked as early as possible. Funny story, and it's probably something Amarado will tell you on the Offensive Charm podcast. It's going to air on when it does. Is it this Tuesday or Tuesday following?
This Tuesday.
So this Tuesday, they're back. She's probably going to tell the story as well, but she put the roast in, a little bit early. Turns out that the roast was done super early.
I put the roast in right when I meant to.
What?
I
What?
didn't anticipate it being done that early.
No, I meant earlier than what you normally do.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I mean, it was still a knockout fucking dinner though. Y'all should have been there. I would have kicked y'all out. But yeah, they're doing good otherwise. So shout out to the ladies in the house. This house specifically. This house. Shout out to the white women. Oh shit, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Let me read these last few. And then we're gonna go ahead and call it. The way things are going, I'm fine with having a normal lifespan. I agree. I like having a normal lifespan. I don't want to live forever. I don't care to live forever. You know what I mean? I have no desire to. There's nothing that requires me to live forever. Oh, you get to see new. I don't care about new stuff like you think I do. I just want different content, right? Like you can give me the same story, package it differently. You know how many fucking Christmas movies I've seen that basically have the same message, but it's just packaged differently? Come on now. Fucking Violent Night is just Die Hard, but John McClane is Santa. It's great. They're both great movies, by the way. Fucking Snow Bunny Lover. I mean, I love white women. What do you mean? I mean women in general because that's my preference is women. But yeah, white women absolutely.
How many are you loving?
One.
Keep pluralizing it.
When we gonna meet? I don't know. Whenever, bro. I mean, shit. Like more times than often, me and Amarada, we are at the F&T Geeks and Gamers meetup that happens in Vegas. It's like we can drive there. That's no big deal to us. And usually we have stuff booked ahead of time, like months ahead. So that's usually something we can show up at. That's in Vegas in the middle of April. The time's usually subjective, depending on whenever Gary and Jeremy can decide on a date, because that's what they do because they're gay. But otherwise it becomes a little shaky as far as our schedule goes. Most of the time we spend our time here in Montana. And then we may every now and then go to different meetups. Like we were just in Denver back in 24, so there was that.
We just did Chicago.
Yeah, we are just in Chicago as well. Wait, was that Denver last year? No, it was we did Denver last year, Chicago this year. We're in Chicago this year in September. We went to go see Adam Krigler. He played some songs live. It was a good show. Pull up. Oh, you gonna pull up? Bet. When I make that swim, I was promised dinner. All right, Beast. Well, that.
Maybe the first time we said something.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not the first time that you know, somebody that we know from the internet has been here. So there's that.
Just let me know when you're showing up.
New shit is just gonna be recycled old shit the way human advancement is going. I'm fairly certain that is the exact way it's gonna go too. Hope hackers crack it so they'll be able to crack the game day one. True.
You guys need to read more positive sci-fi.
Huh?
So you guys need to read more positive sci-fi.
We need to read more positive sci-fi. But yeah, there you go. That's pretty much what's going on there. You'll let me pull up in Montana? Yeah. Apparently that's kind of the move, is for you to pull up in Montana and then, like, you know, you hang out for a bit and then you leave. Then you get, yeah, the leaving part is very important. If you don't leave, there's a big problem.
He will.
It is a big problem. They ain't housing all the niggas in this house, know what I mean? 2 white women and 1 black man. That's it. That's all that needs exist in this house. You got like 5 dogs as well. But that's it. No other niggas is in this house. No other folk in general are gonna be living in this house. Cause I set the rules. I don't set the rules. But that's how that goes. But yeah, you can come over for a plate. That ain't gonna bother us. I have some hick family over there. Oh, do you? Bet. Yeah. All right. We got mountain hicks. That's what's up. At any rate, I'm gonna get up out of here because now it's gotten to the point where we're rambling. So we kind of have an idea of what we're gonna be doing for as far as the stream goes for next year. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna do the Kingdom run for Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna play Code Vein 2 when that releases. Resident Evil Requiem is more than likely gonna sit at the back end of the year, in which I'm gonna be playing that during, like, you know, the spooky season, if you will. And then I think there are a couple other games that may be releasing throughout 2026. Of course, I'll be doing SNH as, you know, the host of SNH. I'll fuck with you. No, as one of the hosts, as a co-panelist of SNH, I'll be there, obviously. SNH plays whatever we play is what we'll play. So that's pretty cool too. We're looking into some other games to play as well. I need these motherfuckers to stop fucking around and, like, you know, we need to group up so we can go ahead and get me these last 2 trophies in Cosmic Invasion. We can call it. Then they can uninstall the game because I will be happy. But yeah, we got a decent amount of stuff lined up for the next year, so that's gonna be great. It's gonna be cool, splendiferous even. That's that. Also, yeah, Power World's gonna be it's gonna go, like, you know, full release. Ayo. But that's gonna be great. We're gonna have the full game. It's gonna be out. All the content that's currently out, it's still free. I don't know if they'll be doing, like, more collabs that are gonna be free as well. If they do, cool. If they don't, still cool. I have no problem buying them, especially if they're at a reasonable price. You know why? Because I bought Power World when it was like $30, which means once it goes full MSRP, it's probably gonna be like $40 or $50. I don't know, but I bought it at a better price than y'all, so I could do that. This is what he's known for on Twitch. The whole damn stream has been a ramblathon. You right. You right. Now watch this. It'd be really cool if I had, like, a credit roll happen. Like, special thanks to these people here are the heroes, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. I know I can do that. I was making a joke. I was making a joke because I just sat still. At any rate, I'm gonna get up out of here. My eye is itching. My eye is itching. I still have to finish cleaning the kitchen. That was not meant to rhyme, but it did, and that's what's up. That's how you know I'm black. At any rate, I got links in the description. You want to check those out? Take you to the Twitch, Discord, Instagram, and the manga series that I am writing and drawing, all down below. I will be on Saturday Night Hypnosis tomorrow. Not same bat time. It'll be technically, yeah, same bat time, same bat channel, Hypnotics channel. That'd be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. My math is correct. And if we have a co-op game we're playing afterwards, we have a co-op game we're playing afterwards. If not, we don't, and that's fine. It is what it is. But that is the rest of the week. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, enjoyed themselves, ate a lot of food, got fat a little bit, and you're gonna work that off. Cause I love you, no homo. I don't need you dying early. Know what I mean? Not before the Lord calls you home. But until, tomorrow, you guys stay safe. It's really streets. Much love to you all. And take it easy. I still don't know what the fuck we're going to play tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but Monday and Tuesday. We're probably going to do more rambling. Just a year in review shit. I don't know. We'll see. Peace out, y'all.